is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not. No, that's not.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They
don't want it.
Tobin Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still on the stars with the show, and till then is half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm alive better more than no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side fly. Wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch it on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Leroy.
What up? I guess we just gonna hold it down today.
They did it again, man.
Yeah.
They gave your boy the keys to the vehicle.
I knew something was up
Yeah.
because I'm gonna say it like this.
Mhm.
I don't normally look at show sheets,
Oh, yes.
but I always look at yours
Yep.
for this reason. What the hell games will we be playing
Let's
today?
go.
I said, okay, we got the normal Friday stuff.
Yep.
Huh.
Huh.
Family Feud.
Yeah, that's fun though, right? Everyone likes Family Feud.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
Sometimes those game shows reveal how truly stupid you are.
Well, this one is gonna add to that list actually. And now my favorite part, it's Tobin and Leroy themed. So, you know, we're gonna take a trip down memory lane. Some of these questions there are gonna be a nice blast from the past and various moments throughout our tenure, not only here, but you know, on 790.
Remember that?
The good old days, if you will.
The good old days. We had to move all our crap to next door.
Absolutely. But it's okay. I still got faith. We're gonna make it back next door.
You know what didn't make it over to the new studio?
What?
Those cameras that been sitting on the wall.
Yeah, but they look good though. They look good. They look good indeed.
We would come in every day looking at those things going, boy, I can't wait till these work.
Yeah.
Jfig doing training.
And she did a lot. She did an extensive training one, Jay.
Extensive training.
Like 20 hours.
Yes.
She's got it though. Super, super good. We have also Tobin with Michael Beasley. Yesterday I was here doing a meeting afterwards, and all of a sudden I saw Tobin sneaking doing one of his little secret interviews.
Yeah, why? But like, what's up?
Like, right? And it was at like 2:15 when he did it. It was like, what are you doing here, man? You just
Right.
Michael Beasley?
Yeah.
But,
you know what? He used to, because we used to do like interviews at like 4, 5, right? Like just crazy hours.
Yeah.
And now that they're more reasonable, closer to the end of the show, he don't include me.
Yeah, man.
I know.
Offer his YouTube.
Yeah.
But we'll have a chance to listen to that to close the show. We got a mixed bag today. We got a tickle.
What topic is our mixed bag?
So, you know, we got a couple different things. I'm not sure if you heard audio. I'm gonna be playing audio from Lane Kiffin talking about the state of college football. He was going crazy there.
You ever notice the schools that can't get their money right are the ones complaining about NIL?
Yeah, but it's all these big fish that are complaining about it too. It's never these small schools that are complaining.
Here's why. Because if I'm Alabama, or I'm Texas, or I'm Clemson, Ohio State, Michigan, if I'm the big time schools, they almost look at it, how dare you want to leave here? Right?
Yeah.
Why could you possibly want to leave this establishment to go there? And I think there's a lot of that But a lot of these big schools don't fully understand that in some cases, NIL is kind of leveled the playing field.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas there are people that are putting money out there and collectives that are, giving these schools that normally wouldn't get players a chance. Here's the problem, though. This has been going on in college football for years as far as trying to get some type of stipend for the players and so they could benefit from their talents, right? This has been going on for years. And the NCAA didn't do nothing. No. And everybody in college football was happy. Then a couple of kids went to California and sued and got it approved. Now all the other states had to follow suit. Otherwise, you're going to lose all your kids to California. It's the NCAA's fault for not governing this and finding a way to make it work beforehand, before the legal aspect of it took over. Now you got no control over it, and you can't come up with rules because you sat on your butt when everybody was complaining about this before. So you get what you get.
Yeah, I like it though. It's like a Wild West. Did you see The Rock actually got into some NIL stuff with the Hurricanes? Miami's Cam Kinchins inks a deal with Dwayne Johnson's founded ZOA Energy. Do I have any idea what that is? Not at all.
Energy drink.
But you know what? Nonetheless, The Rock spending money legally, sponsoring kids. I mean, Cam Kinchins is a good player. He deserves any sort of NIL he can get. But these are the opportunities he would have never got. He's good. Is he good enough to have a good career in the NFL? I don't know. But now because of this whole NIL thing, The Rock is able to give him some money. So I love it.
I always thought that this may keep kids in school longer. Because if you're not going to be a top 3-round pick, then you can work on your craft, develop your skills a little more, and try to move up in the draft while getting a little money on the side. Yeah. See, when that wasn't an option, you say, I don't care. As long as I get in, I get that check. But now it's changed a little bit, that maybe you have a quarterback that is looking at the draft and seeing that he's the 5th best quarterback and might not go to the 3rd or 4th round. And then you say, okay, well, I'm making a couple $100,000, right? Yeah. I'll just chill, work on my skill. Maybe my draft capital will improve next year when there's not 5 other quarterbacks ahead of me.
Yeah, man. And before you were worried about injury. You know, you get injured, there goes the bag. The bag is gone. You know, so you're eager to get out of there, like you're saying.
Now you're getting a little coin bag.
Yeah, you know,
you get a little bag. You get a little something.
Little tokens.
You know, still more than zero.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
You go from, guys getting 30, 40,000. That looks great when it was zero before that. But I blame the NCAA because you had an opportunity to get ahead of this and you chose not to. And now it's being shoved in your face and you don't know what to do. They don't know what to do now. And now you have coaches complaining about how they should do it and how you should do it. You're just jealous because other schools have more of a collective putting in more money than you do. Then you can get your people to do. Also, it's also a ploy. It's a ploy because when Nick Saban and Lane Kiffin and Dabo Sweeney and all these big-time coaches come up and complain, they're not complaining at the system. They're complaining at their university and their collectives for not putting in more money. So while y'all sitting here listening to, they pointing the finger at other schools, right? I'm looking at it from the standpoint of this is a message to their own university.
Yeah, it's level the playing field. And like you said, the people who are crying the most happen to be the ones that on the top. So we'll hear some of that in the mixed bag. Let's go ahead and get some headlines here. These headlines are brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Leroy. Today's the day. Today is the day that people have talked about since before this team was even invented. The debut of Lionel Messi in an Inter Miami uniform tonight against Cruz Azul at 8 p.m.
Is that an MLS team?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's some sort of Mexican team and they're in some sort of cup. This is what I don't understand, and I'm sure I'm sounding pretty ignorant at the moment.
No. I'm with you. Soccer goes on all year. You never know what they playing for.
There's tournaments, there's regular seasons, there's friendlies. What the hell?
Here's the kicker. You'll play a friendly against another country, and your teammate will be on the other team.
Exactly. Like what is going like? It's a straight, but that doesn't count necessarily towards anything.
No.
Which is like, well, then why the hell are we stopping the regular season?
Because they have all these tournaments throughout the year. I'm wondering here, in the perfect world, right?
Yeah.
I think that they should have some kind of Champions League worldwide, and the champion of MLS should be included in those Euro leagues to see how. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of if think about it, you have I know it's mostly European, but just think if you did some kind of world thing. I know they have the World Cup, but that's not the club,
Exactly. Can we get a World Club Cup? Is that possible?
Right.
But I think actually I was listening to Whittingham because obviously he's
the best soccer guy we know.
Exactly. I was listening to him talk on Hockman and Crowder. And I think he said that's essentially the point of this all, of bringing Messi over, is so that eventually we can migrate into some of those European leagues where the talent is legit. That if we get a win there, it's not like, you got to win, but, that's an MLS win. It's a legit kind of like, and I think that's why the entire league was eager to make this happen, because it legitimizes the entire league. This isn't a league where stars go to retire anymore. It's a league that actually competes.
Well, it happened years ago and it did nothing. And that's when Pele came over.
Woo.
Right? I mean, was there a bigger star than him?
Pele? No. At the time, no. And I think the only person that even matches that a little bit is Messi, if I had to think about it.
Correct. Now, I will say this. I would say Messi is more in his prime than Pele was.
Yeah, he's only 36 right now.
Huh?
Messi's only 36.
Only?
Yeah, okay. Obviously, old in sports, but like he's not like 42 or something like that. He's not Tom Brady.
Right. So we'll see. I'm
how to watch the game tonight.
Huh?
Do you know how to watch the game?
Is it on WB?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, you have to find a magic lamp and rub it, and hopefully the game will come out on that. But you can watch it on Apple TV Plus, but you can do like a free trial live stream of like Univision or Fubo. Canada, you can watch it via Sling TV. This is the thing that's like globally, people are going to be tuning into this.
So wait, let me get this straight. Hold on.
Yep.
There's a team with Lionel Messi.
Yep.
Playing 15 minutes from my house. And the only way I could see it is watching Canadian TV.
Yeah. That or
are you kidding me, South Florida?
Yeah.
This ought to be on every major network possible.
Yeah, actually.
If you want to do something about the interest in Inter Miami, how about putting them on TV where people could see it?
Yeah.
There ain't enough seats in the stadium to get people there. It's going to be packed.
Yep.
And you're telling me, let me get this straight. You are telling me that a game 15 minutes from my house that has the premiere of Lionel Messi.
Yep.
I can only watch it by going to Sudoku. What is it? Roku?
Not even Sling TV
Sling TV.
or Apple TV. But you have
Apple
to.
TV.
This is a tweet
No,
from
I thought
Barry
I
Jackson.
saw it last time. I thought I saw it on 33 or 39.
Yeah, bro, that's pre-messy. Whatever you saw is pre-messy. We're in a whole nother ballpark now. Barry Jackson tweeted this 4 days ago. Unless you buy the MLS streaming package on Apple, or unless there's a TV schedule change, you won't be able to see a single Messi game on TV except a Sunday night in late September against Orlando City on FS1. There's a chance that FS1 could add another Inter Miami game or two. So if you have plans on seeing Messi on like normal television, good luck.
Now, let me hold on. Hear me out here.
Yeah.
We have done everything to promote this. People have gotten excited all throughout South Florida to see this debut of Lionel Messi. We have been hearing about this for a couple of months. We've been hearing about when he's going to debut, right? You took care of everything. Ticket prices went through the roof. It's going to be standing room only. You telling me, as a South Floridian, I can't get the game on local TV?
Nope,
Look
but
me
you
in the
listen
eyes
to
and
it.
tell me.
So bad. I don't know, man. Look, that's a part
What
of the
are
reason
we doing?
he wants that.
What are we
Apple TV.
doing? Do you understand? This will be the most watched soccer game ever.
For
If
now.
it was on a TV that people could.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated now. 20 minutes into the show. Let's just take a break. I'm going to regroup, go get some lemonade, and be mad on the next break.
Those are your headlines. Be back with more.
WQAM
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Leroy, do you want to know why we're dumb?
Why are we dumb?
Because we thought we had a super innovative idea last time when we were talking about there should be this tournament with all the clubs from around the world. It should be like a Club World Cup. And not only does it exist, the United States will be hosting it in 2025.
What is it called?
The FIFA Club World Cup, baby.
This one.
That's a really
So
good
wait,
idea.
so is that different than the regular World Cup, which is
Yeah.
also going to be here?
Yes, the World Cup is obviously the you know what, I could be wrong on this too, but to my knowledge,
No,
is
the
obviously-
FIFA World Cup is down here.
Yes,
That's
but
not.
this is FIFA as well. This is a FIFA Club World Cup. Like, for example, Manchester City has recently won. Real Madrid has recently won. So, yeah, it already exists, and we're not knowledgeable, essentially, is what I'm saying.
Whittingham didn't say it.
Yeah, Whittingham. Until Whittingham says it. I don't even know if Google, you know what? That was Steve who sent me that text to alert me. So I'm not even sure about that guy. You know, he has been banned.
Steve just listens to just blast us when we're wrong.
Nah, he's informing us. He's helping us become better, more informed people. One thing we didn't get to talk about though, Leroy, the Marlins play today. They play against the Colorado Rockies today at 6:40.
You know what we call this?
What do we call this?
Get Right series.
A little slump buster.
Slump busters.
Yeah. Braxton Garrett is on the mound. Does that make you feel any confidence?
As long as it ain't the guy that Tobin has been ripping on.
Right. I was yesterday listening to Skip Schumaker's cuts following being swept, and you know, I know we've been down on Sandy thus far, but it kind of seems like Skip is still sticking with this guy.
No, he's big. I mean, we need him. There's no doubt about it. He's a big part of our team, our rotation, and he's helped us win a lot of games, throughout his career in this organization. So I think getting that version of Sandy today, the second through the sixth inning, is going to help us to where we need to go. And but yeah, I think the sequencing there, what he was doing with Stallings, I think is where we need to go from here on out.
Do you think he's starting to figure it out, or do you think
Um,
he's
I-
burnt out from the amount of baseball he's been
Well,
playing?
I think it's something to be said about what I said yesterday about being creatures of habit.
Yeah.
And like I said, I could tell you how long I rested after a season, how long I took trips after the season, then when I got back into it, how I started getting back into it, then when I ramped it up. And it was the same process over and over again. When you go into the playoffs, it delays it a little bit, but you still have time because it's season. What Sandy went through when he has the end of the last year's season, and he goes through the process of ramping it up, then he has to play in that World Baseball Classic, right? And then you have time where you start training camp. I wonder if he's just a little off because his scheduling is a little off. And so I don't know that to be true, but I know that anytime there's been a wrench thrown into my plans, either with injury, having to get surgery, or starting camp earlier, it threw you off a little bit. Now, the thing about football is once you get hit, bust in the mouth, that you get right. Hitting changes a lot of things.
Yeah.
But when you're a guy like Sandy, keep in mind, he's not a big strikeout guy. He normally pitches for contact, but they can't never get solid hits on him. So if you're just a little off, that ball's making the barrel of the bat. And so you're not talking about a guy that's just throwing heat and striking guys out. And now that contact is a little bit better because he's not, he's not in Sandy shape yet. Yeah. And as the season has gone on, he's gotten better and better. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But
I just hope it's
I,
one of those situations where he figures it out and it's too late. Like we're
right,
already out
like
of the playoffs kind of
after
vibe.
he figures it out after a 4-run inning,
Yeah.
and the team ain't scoring like that.
Yeah, he actually talked about that. He spoke about how, he's trying to figure out why it ends up being so much damage in one inning. This is what he had to say.
So for me, I mean, I just feel so bad, because like you say, everything happened in one inning. If you see after that, just try to be concentrated and try to attack the try zone, and try to go deep in the game. And I don't know what happened. Like you say, everything happened in one inning.
Just one inning away every time from having like a
Yep.
typical Sandy start, unfortunately.
Pretty much. And it's unfortunate that, one of the things that's very difficult for somebody like Sandy is that team is centered and starts and ends with him. And he's been that pitcher for the last couple of years. So when you get into a situation where everybody's looking at you to either turn it around, get us a big win, get us a big win against a good team, and you have that one inning, I can understand how it can wear on him. But this is the point in time where your training, your preparation, the things that you do, you just got to stick with it because you know what type of player you are.
Yeah, and obviously that and Jazz's health has been holding them back.
Yeah.
Was this decision to put Yuri or send Yuri down had poor Tobin fired up for an extended period of time yesterday.
Yeah, but I'm not. Look,
Skip has been good thus far. I got faith in Skip, man.
I'm not the guy that's gonna question that. If I'm gonna question it, as far as why they do it anyway, right? But I'm not gonna question once they have determined. Like, this is not a situation where the season started and they saw how he was pitching and said, let's shut him down. This is something that they determined before the season started. So when you decide something like that before it starts, you got to kind of follow through with it. But at the same time, the results don't matter as to why you make that decision. And I think that's where people are getting caught up, is that, but he's playing so well. The fact of the matter is that they were planning on doing this anyway.
Yeah. That's kind of like the Ryan Fitzpatrick thing, where he was playing well and then Tua replaces
They put Tua in, right.
Just they had this plan. This was the plan. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't think it was the coach's plan.
Yeah, it definitely
right.
wasn't.
It seemed like that definitely came from somewhere else.
Yeah, but look, we'll talk about that and much more in an attempt to tickle Leroy's fancy with this weekend's best activities. I got some Barbienheimer stuff to get to you. It's a big day. You said Fonz has a ticket for Oppenheimer?
He went and saw it.
All right, look, no spoilers, but I just want a peek at his review and see if we can tickle Leroy's fancy when we come back.
The top
Huh? You fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh?
I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy.
Right? More or less, right? More or less. Welcome back to the Tobin Leroy Show. It is your boy Marcos here, filling in for Tobin. Crazy, right? No, I don't know. Anyway, we are here on a wonderful Vice shirt Friday. Leroy looking good in the Vice shirt. I like it.
Yeah.
What are you doing there? Are you chewing tobacco, dude? What
Me?
Yeah. What are you spitting into that? I didn't even know you did that. That's a Crowder thing.
Yeah.
Crowder, we walk around. Who got that thing around here? What?
I'm a little more discreet, but
Yeah, I like it.
Dude,
I like it.
I'm from Louisiana. What the hell?
Classy.
you think?
I like it though. You ready for today or this weekend's events, I should say, to determine what tickles your fancy, good sir?
I am ready. You know what? There's a lot of action. Let me tell you something. My fancy was tickled before I even started the show because
why is
you
that?
know when the Open Championship is on, it's like a 5 or 6 hour time difference.
Yep.
So they tee off at 1:30 in the morning. So when I get up, I watch me a little Rory, and they get done at like 3:40.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a definite fancy tickled on that then.
Oh yeah.
My fancy is tickled.
On the Open
Do
Championship.
you have an update? How's it going thus far?
Update. Let me give you an update.
Edwin Watts golf update. Sure, there's an appropriate liner I'm supposed to be reading, but in the meantime, Leroy, please let us know who's in the lead.
Brian Harmon shot a 65 today.
Oh, Brian,
which is the lowest round of the tournament. The thing you have to understand about Brian Harmon is he's tiny. He doesn't hit it very far.
Okay, but like how tiny are we talking here?
5'8".
Okay. That's like golf tiny. I don't know what like an average golf height is.
Rory is one of the longest drivers on tour.
Yeah.
And he's only 5'8", 5'9".
Wow. So that's impressive.
But Brian Harmon is known as a guy who doesn't hit it far, but hits his irons really well and is a really good putter.
Yeah.
And at the British Open or the Open Championship, a lot of times, because the ground is so hard, all you need to do is avoid the bunkers. You don't have to hit it really, really, really far, although it does help. It's not as much of a separator for other tournaments as it is for this one. So you've had a lot of guys who don't really hit it really far that are competing. Another guy, Jordan Spieth, has moved up. He's 3 under on the day. He's in second at 5 under. Tommy Fleetwood hasn't teed off yet.
Fleetwood, that's my pick. That is my pick.
Stuart Sink, 50 years old.
Sinky.
He's at 4 under. Right?
He's 50?
He's 50. Right. So he's going to start. He might play in the Senior Open next week.
Wow. He's going to start breaking down though.
No,
the old breakdown, that is.
Golf is different though. These guys take care of their bodies a little bit different.
Nice.
As far as some of the guys that were up top earlier, Emiliano Grillo, he is +3, so he's down to -2. You got some guys that moved up. Minwoo Lee.
Minwoo Lee.
Here's all you need to know about him.
Yeah.
He's Asian. He has an Australian accent, and his sister won a major on the LPGA.
Like recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember that. I think I remember.
So Rory shot 1 under.
All right.
He's 1 under on the tournament. He got done. Max Homa, another favorite. He was +2, but he's still at 1 under. A lot of guys 1 under. Jason Day, he's got a nice thing going. He's 2 under.
In relation to Dan?
Huh?
Is he Dan Day's
I doubt that. He's Australian. And I will tell you this.
Dan looks a little Australian.
Australians couldn't be farther away from Louisianans as they come. right?
No, you guys are both
Yes.
breeds, and you have dangerous things in your area. You know,
Whoa.
dangerous.
The story of the week was Christo Lamprecht.
Yes.
He's at Georgia Tech, the South African.
Yes.
He was at 5 under. Now he's at 5, even par. He's 5 over for the day.
Damn.
Yep.
Well, that story.
Huh?
That's not like that Cinderella team that loses a little bit earlier than you expected.
Oh yeah, yeah. When they picked the 11 seed over the 5,
Yeah.
the 12 over the 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Good
then
luck.
other than that, it seems, and here's the kicker:
Yes.
the players that have been playing well and consistent seem to still be on top of the leaderboard. There's a couple of anomalies that have come back to reality. And then there's a couple of guys who shot a couple of rounds to make the cut. Tom Kim, other than that, let's see if I can find any of the people we know, right? Let's see
Gooch.
where.
My boy Gooch.
Let's see. Well, whoa, hold on. We got to find Gooch.
Damn, he's that low?
No, I don't see him yet.
All right.
No.
Made it, huh?
No, I'm guessing. Wait. Oh, projected cut. That's why the black line. Let's see.
Yikes.
Let's see. Ooh, some more guys fell below that. Gooch is through 5. He is 4 over.
Jesus.
The current projected cut line is at 2.
2 over.
2 over. Correct.
I can do that.
So I think it'll change. Like usually it's top 70 and ties. So it could very well be the 3 overs make it, because a lot of these guys still have a lot of golf left and haven't even, teed off. So we'll see. That's up
Your golf leaderboard is sponsored by Edwin Watts Golf Shops. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee, serving golfers around the country since 1968. Leroy!
Yes.
The Marlins start a series against the Colorado Rockies today. Does that tickle your fancy?
It does. I need to see him turn it around. This is a perfect example to get a little feel good with the Marlins.
Yeah.
Because the Rockies are terrible.
Fancy is tickled.
That's fair. Messi makes his debut tonight. Messi? It's gonna be.
I was really excited till you told me I got to tap into the Hubble telescope to see it.
Come on. Just a little premium package subscription. Easy peasy.
Can I just tell you?
That's how we got him, dude.
You know, they do subscriptions with clothes now.
Yeah, they do.
You can't just buy clothes.
Yeah, Thread Beast.
Like, this is stupid. Stop trying to con people.
Leroy, the Messis are poor, all right? And we need to support them. We all need to chip in to make sure that the little Messis have their Publix cereal. He was at Publix the other day, dude.
That's fine and great, but this is his debut.
Yeah.
That should be on ESPN, ESPN2. They should be making a bigger deal about this than they are.
They want that Apple.
If you want to do something about the interest of the MLS in the US, the fact that you can only see this game.
Yes.
You can only see this match, as they would call it.
Yes. Cultured. The pitch.
If you subscribe to something, is a joke, especially down here.
All right. You hear that, UPN 33? Put it on TV.
Last time I saw a Pinks game, it was on like either 33 or 39.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
They want that Apple money now. So, anywho, Barbienheimer. I got some stats for you, dude. Barbienheimer.
Oppenheimer
and Barbie. These
the two
right now.
Okay.
Yeah, this
First
is
of
a
all,
thing, dude.
listen.
Yeah.
They couldn't be two opposite movies.
I know.
So why would you go see both of them?
It's so crazy. But everyone's getting in on the trend. I'm not sure if you saw the Jacksonville Jaguars posted something, the Cavaliers,
Oh,
the
really?
Boston Celtics, in that they'll post a picture of like something that someone would wear in an Oppenheimer movie, usually something all black. And then they have a picture of one of their players wearing something all pink, like someone would wear to a Barbie movie. So sports teams are getting in on the trend. Social media is getting in on the trend. And as of right now, they're projected to net over $20 million in the opening weekend. This is something that we haven't seen, in quite some time. Even pre-pandemic, there hasn't been a weekend in which two movies battled it out like this in quite some time. I can't even remember, honestly.
All right, 20 million. You mean 200 million?
No, okay, so
because 20 million is nothing.
No, look, just for a weekend though, the opening weekend, Warner Bros. Has made it official. Look, Barbie has collected the best previews of not only this summer, but of 2023 year to date.
These movies, I'm telling you right now,
yeah,
if these movies only bring in 20 million this weekend, it'll be a failure.
Maybe that's just from like the pre-sales or something, but I don't know, man. I feel like,
dude, I'm telling you, these like some of the greatest movies ever made were doing like 400 or 500 million.
No way, in a weekend? Give me a movie. Biggest opening weekend.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. All right, Star Wars opening weekend box office sales. Is that an appropriate Google? Oh my God, Jesus Christ. That is a lot. How much? Okay, hold on, man. Maybe I'm reading something wrong here.
Yes, I'm telling you. If it's 20 million, it costs some of these. It costs 20 million to make some of these movies.
I know, but it's just the opening weekend. But maybe I'm wrong. No, based off what I'm seeing here, it said the most recent movie, Star Wars, generated $177.38 million.
So I would say that these two movies need to. These two movies, and I was a little exaggerated by 200 million because I thought,
that's pretty good though.
I would say they need to net in the first weekend at least 50 million.
Yeah. I think these numbers are different because this is whatever the hell a preview is, and I believe that's just like
a preview is like the Thursday. That's not the whole weekend.
So then, like, to compare it, man, this is still pretty good though. To compare it, Beauty and the Beast did 16.3 million on Thursday, but then 63 million on Friday. The Hunger Games did 19 million Thursday, but then 67 million.
Right.
Twilight did 26 million. So
when you say 20 million, you're only talking about one day.
Yes,
and that's Thursday.
That's pretty good though. That Thursday.
That is good. That's comparable. That's comparable to all of them. Now, the thing that the reason why Fonz wanted to see this movie had nothing to do with the movie. He liked the story, and we all know about the Oppenheimer story. But it was the way they filmed the movie is, it's like a one of a kind thing. It's the first time they've ever filmed a movie the way they filmed this movie, and that's what Fonz wanted to see.
Yeah, I heard he used no CGI. All the explosions that he used to depict the bomb were just like small explosions that they just shot a different way to make it seem like it was bigger. Right. So, that gives it an authentic feel. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the main character.
You know who the star of the movie is, right? Peaky Blinders.
Yes, Peaky Blinders.
You know what else he was in?
What?
Scarecrow.
Exactly. Another Chris Nolan film.
Yes.
He actually he commented on it. He said the amount of fake cigarettes he smoked on Peaky Blinders and this movie makes him not want to smoke cigarettes ever again. He's done with smoking fake cigarettes.
That's all they did. And wait, Peaky Blinders, they had a cigarette in their mouth the whole movie, the
entire time. The entire time.
But so that was the first time I saw him was Scarecrow. Didn't realize he was Irish.
Same.
Until Peaky Blinders, I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Actually, that's the same thing with who's the Batman? He's got
Bale?
Yeah, he's
what?
Yes, he has a crazy accent.
What?
Yes.
Wow. But he's Batman.
Yeah, but no, not he's. So basically, he could have been. James Bond. But I think you got to be English. That Irish accent is a little rough.
So Barbienheimer, Oppenheimer, without giving any spoilers, what was Fonz's review? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Thumbs up. He said the way the movie was done was unbelievable. And he really liked it.
Rotten Tomatoes has it rated.
Got to be 90 plus.
It's got to be 94 audience and tomato meter. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What about Barbie? No one, Rebecca. No one has interest in any Barbie.
No, I'm a fan of Margot Robbie, but bad Margot Robbie.
Gotcha. You don't like
cute, all dressed up in pink with,
cute and bubbly.
Yeah. I mean, because keep in mind, our first real interaction with her, she was in Wall Street.
Wolf on Wall Street? Was she?
I think so. And then she was Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that was
so like you go from Harley Quinn to Barbie.
Yeah. Well,
I think she was in Wolf of Wall Street or one of them.
I think you're right. I think she was.
Yeah.
Do any of those tickle your fancy? Barbie or Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer does.
Fancy is
Fonz invited me to go last night, but we sitting here with Rebecca. She's in a little pain, so
made the right choice.
I figure I'd just stay home. Plus he had another option. He had a friend that could go, so I wasn't gonna leave him, hanging.
Well, Leroy, we got a jam-packed hour to unfortunately I took it to 11 o'clock. I've already failed as a host. More failure and more Tobin and Leroy show when we come back from the break.
Text WQAM on the Kendall Toyota text line at 305-567-0560.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tonga Vailoa. Dolphins quarterback. Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Our Tua on the program, ladies and gentlemen. Our Tua on the program, Tobin and Leroy show. Tobin out being a show pony somewhere, I'm sure.
Everybody vacationing before camp starts?
Yeah, everyone's on their vacation vibes, and I can't blame them. I honestly was.
I was the opposite. Like, I would go all the way up until July 4th. Then after July 4th, then I start getting my stuff together, getting my last little workouts in. You know, try to.
You would work out until July 4th.
No, yeah. Well, I would do my normal routine.
Yeah.
And then after July 4th, I may like try to go out in the morning and then run around for like an hour, then go in the evening, run around for an hour, just to try to get my body a little accustomed to, you know, what was going on, what I'm getting ready to be faced with. And then so say if I had to report July 20th, about July 14th or 15th, pack all my stuff up, start driving up, make some stops on the way. And that was it. Get there, like, I think every year they had like the Vikings tournament or the Browns tournament was like the Friday or Saturday before camp started. So I get up there for that.
What do you mean tournament?
Like just a golf tournament, like
Okay.
like, you know, where they have the you know, team, the alumni tournament.
Yeah. Man, that's the thing. Huh? There's like a whole golf culture within the NFL.
Everybody usually does it.
People love golf, dude. They like anyone
They
I know. I feel like that's like, obviously, look, you've been doing it for a long time, and a lot of other people take it very seriously as well. But I feel like that's like the thing now. I feel like there's a lot of people who are horrible at golf that put on polo and they go and they kind of take up time, to be honest, and they just drink and get away from their families.
I call it it got this way because of access. One of the things that, you know, improved the access was Tiger Woods. You know, Tiger Woods made it cool for little black kids to go out and golf, try to make a career out of it. And before that, you know, besides the unique situation that I had that got me introduced to golf, that kept me out of trouble growing up in the hood, right? A lot of kids didn't have that avenue or that access. Now it's become more and more accessible to all walks of life, because the great thing about golf is there's a handicap system in place. So no matter how good, how old, how young you are, you can play golf against anybody using that handicap system. And ideally, the handicap system is supposed to make you all equal. So you can compete with anybody. And that's what makes it fun.
I always hear that, like, oh, you golf? What's your handicap? And I'm like, don't disrespect me. What do you mean?
I would say if you can get anywhere around 10, that you're probably in the top 10% of the world.
10. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It seemed like in no other sport is that impressive. Like if like I know nothing.
So here, let's put it this way. Look at it like a point spread in a sporting event. The reason why they have that point spread is not only for the gambling aspect of it, but supposedly to make those teams even.
Yeah.
Right? So that both sides can get action. Right? Well, golf is very similar in that the handicap system is designed to make everybody equal. So regardless of your handicap, so if I'm a 10 and somebody else is a 20, I have to give them 10 shots on the 10 toughest holes. So if you play a match with that person, you get to one of those 10 holes, he gets a shot. And so that makes it even.
He gets an extra shot than me?
So if he makes a 5
Yeah.
and I make a 4, we tie because he got a shot on that hole. And so when you play a match, that is one of the ways to even the playing field.
My handicap is that I have problems expressing myself. These headlines are brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
We've been talking about it all day. You know it. Messi makes his debut. He takes the pitch tonight at 8 p.m.
Did it say he's not going to even start?
Yeah, I think the plan is to bring him out to a standing ovation in the middle of the game. They want everyone to do the wave and followed by the robot, which I thought was a weird request, but that's going to be cool. Yeah,
I would say, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
If you want to get this South Florida crowd going, put his ass in the beginning of the game so the seats will be filled.
Yeah,
but say, hey, he's only going to play a certain amount of time in the first half.
Yeah. Look, honestly, though, I like the idea of kind of like waiting because I want to make sure everyone has a beer in their hand. I want to make sure everyone's at their seats, and not because I think they're going to be late, just because I think it's going to be such a chaotic event.
This is huge. This is, put it this way. Messi being down here is kind of how the Jets feel having Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Right? Except, I mean, we ain't going to save Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
But then you got to kind of save Messi because they play soccer all year.
Huh.
Right?
I got some good news for you, Leroy, if you want to attend tonight's game. What? You're looking at $226 each for 10th row. Not bad, right?
10th row where? In the stadium?
Yeah. Well, like not Hard Rock Stadium. This is Drive Pink. So it's not too bad. I
tell you what, I would have found a way to have that first game in Hard Rock.
Yeah, and I'm sure you could have stretched it too. I definitely know that everyone would have showed up no matter what the price is. I'm actually surprised that there's so many tickets on sale. I remember when this was first announced, I think like
this is second market though, right? Second.
Yeah, for sure. Which means that like these people bought the tickets and then they're like, I'm not gonna make it. So let me just try to resell.
Weren't they a lot? There were a lot more.
They were like
when they made the announcement.
That's what I'm saying. There was thousands of dollars. So this could be that someone's trying to like just at least like recoup a little bit of cash, or maybe someone thought that if I hold on to it, the closer
it'll be worth more.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate if that was what you were trying to do. You missed out.
But this isn't even an MLS game.
It's not. It's a part. You know what? I've been talking at such an ignorant pace in regards to soccer. So
we both have. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to these people like I'm an expert.
Thank you.
Like we going at it just like you are.
Yeah.
We know who Lionel Messi is.
Yes.
Right? We know what he means to soccer. We know he's now playing with the Pinks. Other than that, hey.
Look, we're this is the League's Cup, which I don't even know what the hell that is. No one does, for real. And to anyone who's texting and may hit me up saying, you guys don't know anything. This is everyone.
We admitted to that.
I know. I already admitted to that, dude. Leave me alone. I just know that we're in Group J, which is Cruz Azul, who we're playing today, and also Atlanta United. So match day 1 of 3. Look at that. I'm out here spitting facts. 8 p.m. Boom. Messi debut. You want him to come out to a specific song, Leroy? What song should he come out to? Pepas?
Nah.
Yeah, that one's been already taken. Suavemente. Give me something.
No, what's the trumpet guy?
Oh,
they use it in
Tommy Trumpet or whatever. Like
yeah,
that?
they use they use it already, but
yeah, that's the Mets guy who's been out
Yeah.
all year. So he doesn't even deserve it, to be honest. He's been out the whole year. Does he really even need it like that?
but I mean, you got to probably play a Mexican
Mexican song? Why? Because no, that's the opposing team. We can't get him hyped for that.
Yeah, but what about Messi?
He's not Mexican, dude.
What is he's
Jesus
Ar-
Christ. He's Argentinian.
Argentinian.
Yeah, like it's not. It's like they're the most obnoxious look at me people. You gotta know he's Argentinian.
I mean,
Yes.
he doesn't seem that way though.
Ah, he's super chill. But I mean, when you're like, he's just focused on being the best. He's not. Everyone is like, it's almost like the reason why people hate Jackson Mahomes, right? Like, there's Patrick Mahomes who's grinding hard to be the best and being super chill and humble, and then there's Jackson Mahomes doing dances for TikTok. Argentinians, there's Messi who's grinding hard to be at the top, and then
they're doing dances with TikTok.
We're like, oh, Argentina, woo, TikTok. They are, dude. That's what it is. You know, I could be wrong, but I don't know. That's what I see at the very least. But yeah, man. Nonetheless, he's Miami now, so I'm about to be that annoying Miamian on TikTok. Like, yo, what's up, dude? Enter Miami.
Yeah.
I know about the pitch.
Somebody said Leroy is canceled. I know. And you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I knew he was Argentinian.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, name two other Argentinians other him and Maradona. I can't. I literally can't. Pablo Gabez. He was in my 3rd grade class. That's the only other one. But I tell you what, whenever there's a soccer tournament, it's easy to spot them because they all got the jerseys on.
Okay.
The Marlins play tonight. Eager to get back on track. They begin a series against the Colorado Rockies. Braxton Garrett on the mound. First pitch, 6:40. You have any interest in watching that, Leroy?
Yes.
Now, we got some games planned for today. I think Jfig is having some internet issues, but I think she should be able to join us for that. We got a lot more in this hour. We started this hour late because, again, I'm a horrible host, but we're going to save it now. Before we go to break, though, Leroy, I need something out of you, if that's okay. Can I get a weather report from the Weatherplex?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Well, I don't need to go over to the Windowplex to let everybody know it's hot as hell.
Yes, it is scorching outside.
It's scorching hot.
Yeah.
And here's the kicker.
Yep.
It's mostly cloudy. The wind's not that strong, so it feels like those clouds are a blanket over your face.
I know.
So stay hydrated. I would say it's got to be like 92 degrees, maybe even warmer. But the fact that there's no substantial breeze, them clouds ain't moving a damn bit. Trees is just sagging. Trees just looked at me and said, it's hot as hell out here.
Yeah, it is 91 degrees. The wind is at 4 miles per hour. You're correct. And it is indeed mostly cloudy at the moment.
Hey,
yes.
Look, you want to know what the weather is in South Florida? Go outside and look. Don't turn on your app. Don't turn on the TV. It changes too much in Florida. So why the hell would you look at TV to see what it's going to be? You know what it's going to be. Go outside and look.
Or
plan accordingly. Stay hydrated. Keep drinking water. Leave the sugar alone when you're out trying to rehydrate. That sugar don't help. So
Gatorade, man, it's so good.
Gatorade, no, you get Gatorade Zero. You get the Gator Light. You get
That's gross, dude. Gator Light.
Okay, you quench your thirst on Coke then, dummy. It's like, oh, this soda is refreshing. What's wrong with you? Dude, you know what's crazy?
What?
When I was a kid, this was like Gatorade had just started, right? I think Gatorade was what? Late 70s, early 80s?
Leroy, you're dating yourself with that one. You said you were growing up when Gatorade was invented.
Yeah. Wait, let me see.
It's rough.
Let me check. First year of Gatorade.
They only had that one flavor though.
But they had two.
Yellow. Oh, they had two. Nice.
And no, they had three. They had the yellow, the lemon lime, the orange, and the fruit punch.
Yellow, lemon lime, orange, and fruit punch. Yeah, that yellow one, that lemon lime. If you're sick, that's the go-to.
Whoa,
right
sorry. 1965.
Oof.
Before I was born.
Carl Weathers.
Hey man, will you stop? So, and you know why it's called Gatorade, right?
Yeah, the Gators invented it, right?
Yeah, it was in Florida. Yeah.
Bums. Oh, look, Delusional 05 brings up a good point. Manu Ginobili, Argentinian.
Oh,
I like that. He's cool, chill, bald spot.
He's chill. Bald spot, killed the bat. So that means Jfig should like him.
That's so true. He did kill a bat.
And he said he killed the bat. He had to get like 17 shots. He said, I'll never do that again.
Yeah, that's those bats, dude. As you can see, sometimes they start pandemic.
I mean, he just swatted it out of the sky. I wonder if Jfig got all warm and fuzzy inside when that bird hit the ground.
Her favorite basketball player, for sure. You know what's interesting about that, though? Jfig's actual favorite basketball player? Birdman. I don't know how I feel. Maybe that's why she lashes out on birds, because Birdman never gave her a chance. It all makes sense. All right, we got a family.
Her favorite basketball player is not Birdman.
She loves Birdman, dude. She loves Birdman.
Namdi.
Oh yeah, it's switched now. Birdman's old news,
Yeah.
We got Family Feud coming up this hour. Tobin and Leroy edition.
I'm excited.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do that next segment. Let's do that next segment, Leroy. Family Feud, Tobin and Leroy edition. When we come back.
The time
If that's the worst you got, better put your fingers back to the key.
All right, welcome back to the Tobin Leroy show. Leroy, do you know this band? Are you familiar with this band?
Is this Fall Out Boy?
It is indeed Fall Out Boy. You know why I'm playing Fall Out Boy, good sir?
Because we giving away tickets.
Oh, that's right. Fall Out Boy is bringing their So Much for Tour Dust tour to the I Think Financial Amphitheater in West Palm Beach next Monday. We've got a chance for you to win. Just keep listening to our show for details. This is a Live Nation show. We will be giving away those tickets in the final hour. And how we do them, I don't know. Gotta listen. You'll find out. I don't know. Figure it out.
I don't know.
So Jfig will be joining us for Family Feud. We're gonna do a quick segment here just so we can get kind of back on track and make sure we dedicate the appropriate amount of time to Family Feud because this is serious. This is serious stuff. All right.
The only time your ass break on time is when you got a game coming.
Why? It's a
Come
good
on, you
game,
fraud.
dude. It's a good game. I wanted to bring up an article real quick. We haven't done too much basketball talk as things have been really stagnant between the Heat, but 2 hours ago, Shondell Richardson posted something on SI.com. I wanted to run by you here. It says the Miami Heat reportedly frustrated with communication in Damian Lillard talks. Talks between the Miami Heat and Portland Trail Blazers have stalled concerning a trade for Damian Lillard, and apparently some frustration is mounting. The Heat and Blazers are struggling with communication as they work on a deal, according to Chris Haynes of Bleacher Report. And on the This League Uncut podcast with NBA insider Mark Stein, Haynes said the Heat's lack of assets is creating the snag. The quote was, obviously, Miami doesn't have all the assets that Portland would want in return for a Damian Lillard trade. So they want to know, okay, what do we have to get out there? For a Damian Lillard trade. What other teams do we have to get involved to make this work? And so far, the communication is just not there. That's making the situation rather frustrating on that side for Miami. Do you buy this, Leroy? Do you think the frustration is mounting? Do you think Portland really feels Miami doesn't have enough assets?
I think this. I think Cronin is letting this play out so that when it's all said and done, he can say he did something. Right?
Yeah, he gave it a good shot.
He's in a difficult situation in that Dame has told everybody he's only playing for Miami. And that should, when there's no competition for Dame Lillard, that should bring down the price a little bit. But for them to just think they're still going to get what they get is being a bit unrealistic. And in fact, I think that they would have a better opportunity or chance to get more out of the deal if they just come clean and say, hey, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? If they go back and forth. At any point in time, if the Heat say, this is all we're going to do, that's a whole different conversation because then you sit on it. But when there's no communication and the only thing out there is what you want for Dame, that makes it difficult to negotiate a good deal, or not necessarily a good deal, but to get a deal done. Because what if the Heat need to get an additional first-round pick and they trade Tyler Herro? Without knowing that, the Heat aren't just going to go out and do that.
Correct.
And so that's why the communication needs to be there in that, hey, if we do X, is this going to be enough? Or are you going to come back and say, okay, now we want this? Because you can't play that game either if you're the Miami Heat. That's why it's frustrating. It's frustrating not only because they have ways of getting more assets, but they don't know what assets they need. Other than, Cronin trying to save face and say, this is all I'm accepting for Dame.
Yeah. Look, do you think it's also from a player's perspective? Let's say the Heat play this patience game with Portland, knowing that Portland is willing to wait months and months, according to Cronin. As a player, like, knowing that this trade is eventually looming, speaking on Tyler Herro's perspective, can you imagine going through a playbook, learning these plays day in and day out, practice, bonding with these teammates, having these moments, knowing that on, 3 months from now on the trade deadline, I'm out of here? Does Tyler Herro just decide, I forget it? I'm just going to sit out this season. I'm injured, my back, pull a Ben Simmons.
No, because here's the deal. Okay. Unlike football that has that looming, and usually that's looming with, say, for example, people tried to work out a trade for Dalvin Cook. The Vikings were asking too much to the point where they just end up cutting him. Right? Now it's a free-for-all. I would say this is that I personally would like to see, Tyler Herro understand that, look, there's a difference in you being on your rookie contract and getting dealt and you getting paid and being dealt. Because you can always hang your hat on, this money is guaranteed. I could just go ball wherever it is because you got your money. So we talk about two different things here. Like, yeah, it sucks. It's unfortunate. You got to pick up your family and everybody and move. That being said, the Heat already took care of you. There's one thing you don't have to worry about. So you got to worry about moving. You got to worry about a new situation. If you go somewhere and somebody's trading the first rounder for you, you're probably going to get more playing time than you've ever gotten. So in effect, it's going to put you in a better spot to make more money than if you were here and Dame came here. Who's to say the Heat don't move you back to the bench?
Yeah, that's true.
So,
and obviously that's not something he'd want.
No, that's not something he wants. But at the same time, like, there's a difference in getting traded because they don't want to compensate you. So say you're on the last year of your deal and they're not going to re-sign you and they don't want to let you walk for nothing, versus them paying you and then something comes up. Two different things. You got to be a pro about it at times, even though I know it sucks. Take it from somebody who lived in 4 cities in 3 months.
Yeah, I know a few things about being a professional game show host and Family Feud, a Tobin and Leroy edition coming to you next.
with me to see Andrew McMahon in the wilderness at Revolution?
That is right. Yeah. You know
Even,
what time it is.
listen, the funny thing is I see the smile on Jfig's face, and it's the look of, oh hell, here we go again.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Game time. Not Dame time. It's game time. I am doing this because, not sure if you guys are aware, shameless plug. Next Thursday at the Improv, I'm doing another Best Damn Game show. So if anybody's interested, MiamiImprov.com for your tickets. Only $15, Leroy. That's cheap. That's like lunch. But anyway, we're gonna be doing.
Wait, before you started, look, Leroy, he was right.
I told you.
Hey,
I love me some Birdman.
Yep.
$15 is lunch for who?
If you use my code.
Let me show you my Uber Eats bills.
Oh, you got to use my code, Leroy. That's the
Your
problem.
code still don't do it.
Too many pizzas, man.
Have you ever fed you?
No, it's Trevor. That Trevor comes by, man. All right, so this is
pizza again
today.
this morning.
Leroy, you're addicted, dude. You're addicted.
Thin crust.
Wow.
Yo, you're a thin crust addict, man.
You know
You've
what?
converted.
He just doesn't want to admit it to Tobin, but he'll admit it to us.
What?
You're a
That
thin
you
crust
love
addict.
Thin crust now.
I'm a thin crust guy now.
Oh,
You changed,
he's
bro. Proud of you.
transformed. Loved it.
Are you guys ready for some
I'm ready.
Tobin and Leroy Family Feud?
Yep.
Mhm.
Obviously, you guys don't have teams next to you, so rules are going to be a little bit different, right? I'm going to read the question. You guys are going to buzz in. Do you guys have your buzzers? I sent them to you.
No.
You sent them to us.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's probably in the mail somewhere. So you can just buzz on your table. Don't hit it too hard though. But I will observe. I have all the technology here to be able to observe who buzzed in first. I'll read the question, and the top 3 answers will be on the board. All right, now this is going to be a make it, take it. So if you get it correct, you could answer the next one. But the first strike that you get, the other team has an opportunity to steal.
Okay.
You guys
right.
ready for this?
Ready.
All right, so we're short on time here, so we'll do one round now, and we'll do another round a little bit later. And if we need a tiebreaker, I got it ready.
Okay.
All right, I surveyed 100 listeners. Top 3 answers on the board. You guys ready?
Ready.
Wait, what?
I surveyed 100 listeners.
Oh, okay.
Top 3 answers on the board. Jfig got nervous. I just read the rules. I don't know.
I was like, wait a minute, did my computer cut out?
All right. Top players Tobin has trashed, but we've ended up signing. Leroy, I think you were first.
What was that?
No, that's the buzz-in sound.
Here I was waiting for the 3.
I'm gonna go with Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry, is that number 1 answer? Kyle Lowry. Will you be passing or playing, Leroy?
Oh, playing.
Playing? All right. You got 2 more answers left on the board. What you got? Top players Tobin has trashed, but we've ended up signing.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler. Survey says correct. Number 3 answer. All right, Leroy, only 1 left on the board. Top players Tobin has trashed, but we ended up signing.
Kevin Love.
Kevin Love. Correct. Kevin Love.
Come on. You know how much time I spent with Tobin? You can't ask me a Tobin question.
Well, look, man, I don't make the rules except for the fact that I make the rules. That's 1 point for Leroy. You guys ready for question number 2?
Yeah.
All right, Jfig, I need you to put your hand on the buzzer. All right.
I don't have one. Okay.
Everyone has one, dude. Everyone, I mailed it to you. Check your mail.
Go.
Top deaths announced on the show.
Oh.
All right, Jfig.
What?
Top deaths.
Okay, wait.
announced
So
on
are
the
you
show.
okay? So just to name them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, there's only 3 answers possible. I surveyed 100 listeners. Top 3 answers are on the board. So you may have one that's correct, but it may not be one of the top 3.
Okay, well, one of them is Loretta Lynn. So.
The number 2 answer is indeed Loretta Lynn.
Oh no!
Oh no! Loretta Lynn died.
That's terrible.
That's actually my
it's so
favorite.
sad that we're laughing at this.
Oh no! Loretta Lynn died.
That is the number 2 answer. So you still have 2 remaining. Jfig, though, would you like to pass or play?
Man, I can't think of anything else.
So
There's so many of them. You know what? I'll pass it to Leroy because
wow. See, that's strategic move there. That's a strategic move. Leroy, 2 more left on the board. Top deaths announced on this show.
I'm gonna go with. I got 2 choices. Let me see. Jim Brown.
I do remember that.
But he didn't remember it when he was doing the game.
The unfortunate part is that is not one of the answers on the board. I am so sorry. That means Jfig wins the round.
So was Bill Russell?
Who else?
Actually,
there's just so many of them.
The other 2 answers. The number 3 answer, we'll start off with that one. Leroy confuses Jerry Springer and Maury when we announced Jerry.
No.
Oh no.
Jerry Springer died.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I figured you would have found out during the show.
You are not the father.
That's Maury.
I was so damn definitive too. Like I was just in your face with it.
Yeah.
You're not the father.
I've actually broke that film down multiple times, and I see the joke register. I see the delivery, and then I see the disappointment when you find out it's the wrong guy. It's truly is a masterclass, Leroy. It really is.
What was number 1?
The number 1 answer. All right. Again, survey top 100 listeners. The number 1 answer is Ricky the Squirrel.
Boy, that doesn't count.
You got the point anyway. You won.
I know, but that doesn't count.
Hey, look, I don't make the rules. Look, I surveyed
Ricky
the
wasn't a
listeners.
part of.
I mean, Ricky had a nice little run. Ricky had a nice little run on the show.
No, he definitely did, but Marcos wasn't a part of the show during that.
Nope, never met him.
Exactly.
All right, you guys ready for the last question of this round? So far, we're tied 1-1. This could be a tiebreaker here.
Yeah,
I have a twinkle in my eye, so I'm ready.
This one is.
You got some big ass eyes. That's hard to do.
Jeez.
No, it's easy to do because everything goes in my eyes.
Right.
They're huge.
Dude, look how big her eyeballs are. She got some big eyeballs. Like to get normal people eyes, you have to squint.
Or just have one drink because
Those are my light skin eyes.
that's what happens.
Your eyelids get heavy when you drink.
I don't even know why. I can be super sober and it looks like that's it. Endgame.
Like
tired.
I've been drinking.
All right, guys.
A video during break.
We ready?
Final question. I'll save that one for later. Final question. This one, it has 5 possible answers. Wow, this one's getting crazy. Surveyed 100 listeners. Top 5 answers on the board. Top moments from Tobin and Leroy's Vegas trips.
Oh no!
Oh, Leroy.
His dad was ready. He was there.
All right,
Leroy.
The churro.
No,
The hot box.
that's not even number one.
No.
Okay.
No, that I would have to go with first and
Remember,
foremost.
we're looking for the number one answer.
The mariachi band following us around.
Wow.
No.
The number one answer is the mariachi band, dude. Wow, Leroy.
I'm gonna play because I was there.
All right,
Exactly.
cool.
Doesn't count.
What do you got, Leroy? 4 more answers left on the board.
I'm gonna go with Tobin dancing around the arena like a child with a churro.
I'm sorry, that one didn't make the top 5.
What is that? He mentions that one all the time. How
I'm
does that
sorry,
not make
guys.
it?
Look, man, I don't know what to tell you. Didn't make the top 5. Jfig,
So he's gonna win by default.
opportunity to steal. Jfig, what do you got?
You know what? This is one that I just saw on the chat that even if it doesn't make it, I have to mention it. When Tobin left Leroy to go meet Skip Bayless.
Oh,
That was a good one.
Yeah,
That one wins by default, I think.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's not in the top 5. Wow, Leroy.
When they went to go do the little miniature wrestling, or I don't know what it was.
No, we went to SeaWorld to the aquarium.
Oh, the aquarium. He loved
And they tried to make us take a picture together.
And he said,
and we like, no, dude, what? No.
That's an honorable mention, but also did not make the top 5. You
What
guys-
was the
top
other
5.
one?
What was the other one?
The top 5. Number 5. Buffets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. The coffee carts.
I'm going to count that in as buffets. Buffets / coffee.
You can't count that one in.
Number 4. Tobin pays for drinks.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Number 3. Shadow boxing.
Oh,
See, I did say that in the beginning. I just said a wrong word before boxing.
Oh.
And number 2. The hooligans.
Oh yeah, Tobin. When Mayweather fought Conor, we go to eat. I say, hey, I'm gonna go downstairs and do some gambling. What are you gonna do? I'm going to hang out with the hooligans.
Yeah. So that was a Family Feud.
You know, when Conor McGregor fought Mayweather, there were people that flew in from England, right? And didn't have a hotel room and they just stayed up.
That's fun.
That's
also very dangerous. 'Cause
Yes.
That's a lot of drinking.
Also,
Right.
I'm really excited that you guys get to make new memories next week.
Yeah.
We're not for sure, but
Well,
I hope
hopefully.
so. Yeah. Even,
Fingers
look,
crossed.
I'm gonna tell you this. It's a blast, but keep in mind, everything's earlier. Like we don't get to do everything later. So the show starts at 7. Which you know,
7.
in the morning.
Yeah, that's rough.
The time, dude.
Yeah,
Right.
11. Then you're out at 11. No, that's not bad, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but you're gonna see some red eyes. I ain't gonna lie.
Take some naps.
There's no naps. You
Little
like
nappy poo, dude.
no, and then I gotta go. You know, we gotta go eat at the spot, dude.
Go look for your coffee.
If I don't know if they have it, it was in Media Row. They didn't have it outside of there. But let me tell you this: any place that has meat happy hour is gonna get my attention. Let me tell you. Somebody told me about this place. They have meat happy hour, and I said, it tickles my fancy.
You said sausage.
Wait.
Fancy is
How about
tickling.
this? So last time we went with Crowder and Hawk, right? So we get this big old piece. You get 4 of us. Beautiful, right? Crowder says, I'm a pescatarian. And this dude orders at Meat Happy Hour a piece of fish. Now, let me ask you, if they having Meat Happy Hour, how much do you think they hitting you up for a fish? Exactly.
Minus
So this guy-
one.
This guy spent more money on a piece of fish than we spent on meat.
Wow. That's something that he's experienced twice too, because wasn't he also vegetarian or something like that? Vegan?
He's been vegan. He's on a juice diet now. That's
all right. He looks good. But that was Family Feud, Tobin and Leroy edition, hour 3 of the program. Coming up next.
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
Hey, you ain't brown like squirrel. Hey, you ain't Chanel pearls. Hey, you ain't Rolls Royce car. Hey, you ain't Rolls Royce truck. Oh, you want war with all my
righty. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Tobin currently enjoying his summer vacation. If I'm not mistaken, according to his most recent Instagram story, is at Rapids Water Park. Riding the Rapids, having some fun. He's riding the Rapids, everyone. No? All right. I'll just see myself out.
Yeah.
-1.
Yeah, he's at Rapids Water Park, which I felt like they told me that place was closing like years ago, and it just like never did.
That is true. And now they keep announcing it too.
Is it still closing? I'm not sure. I think that's a place that's like,
no,
going out of business sale, and they just never really go.
That is true. Oh, that's a cute pick.
When's the last time you went to Rapids Water Park?
I was probably Tommy's age. Or
Wow.
Sophia's.
Yeah, that makes sense. What I remember mostly about Rapids Water Park was less of my experience. And I believe that was the moment in which my parents realized they were washed. Because there were certain things like an obstacle course or certain slides that they were going on. I'm the youngest of like 5 or 6 kids. So by the time I got to Rapids Water Park,
they were water parked out?
They were like close to 40. So, those rides really don't hit the same when you're 40, They really aren't the same.
You know what I used to do when I went to the water park at Universal? What's that?
Lazy River.
No,
Volcano Bay?
Oh,
Volcano Bay.
Yeah.
Love that place.
Here's all I did. I went and got me a couple of cocktails. We got one of the little canopies. We're at the beach. I got the little thing sitting there. And I'm watching all the people come down that giant thing, losing all their clothes. I'm like,
where's Dad? Oh, he's in front of the slide again.
Yep. All you see is this. Oh no! Ah! I'm like,
do you bring a sign and you're like -1, or you're like,
I should bring a sign.
With an 8.
Yeah, but you like. First of all, Mel said, "You want to do it?" And I'm like, they say, "Ooh, you go like 50 miles an hour or 40 miles an hour, whatever." And I'm just thinking, if somebody grazed my boys, it hurt like hell. I can't imagine what 40 miles an hour gonna do, right? So I'll pass, because you got to go down like this, and it's like a demon drop.
I kind of want to do it, but just walking all the way up there, no.
And
you gotta wait on the stairs sometimes. You're just
in the hot sun.
Sometimes you're barefoot and you're.
I would say the women that knew what was happening,
wore
a t-shirt over their bathing suit.
Smart.
Tied it.
Because they just want to have fun.
Otherwise, here's how they come out.
Yep. Well, it's 50 miles per hour. It's brutal, actually. Some of those things are unsafe, Ryan.
I'm just saying one in Blizzard Beach, because I've done that one.
Blizzard Beach.
That one seems kind of chill. Blizzard Beach.
Dude, Blizzard Beach. I know one thing. The lazy river at Volcano Bay is not lazy. I almost drowned up in there.
No, because there's 2 of them. There's a lazy one that you have the floaty, but the other one that you're wearing the safety vest.
Wait, first of all, there's no floaty.
One.
Marcos, there's no floaty.
What?
They give you a life vest.
Yeah.
And when you step in, the water's going like 30 miles an hour. So,
And then when you start hearing the music, all the waves come in and push you, and it's crazy. I've had to help my cousin from almost drowning herself.
Yes, me too. I'm laughing, and I'm like, I guess I can.
Well, I'm a mermaid, so I don't do that. I help people out,
Great.
So it was that thing was borderline frightening, but I don't know why I was laughing so hard.
Because it's funny.
Because all you do is basically you stand up and you surf.
And also the water's warmer than the lazy river.
Yeah, lazy river water's cold.
Love it.
Is it meant for you to because the lazy river, you float on it. You go around.
Yeah, you have an inner tube. You have an inner tube and you float. And
but
you
what
just
about
lazily around.
The speed one that you're talking about? Are you meant to float around an
you don't float. It's like body surfing almost.
Oh my god.
Like you're like surfing because your feet are on the bottom.
Yeah.
But you don't it's fast, so you just slide across.
Your feet barely touch the bottom.
No, let me tell you, once I did finally get some footing, I seen a whole bunch of terrified kids because they didn't realize. Yeah. Oh.
I
Well,
love that one.
Let's get to some headlines, and these headlines are brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Okay, the number one story in the entire sport.
Tony Bennett died.
What? Oh no!
Kidding.
96 years old.
You're kidding.
No.
For real?
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah.
Tony Bennett died. Damn, Leroy.
One of the oldest crooners of our day.
No. Hold on.
Well, you has a tight relationship.
I love
with Bennett.
Tony Bennett.
90,
Really? How you gonna be a metalhead and love Tony Bennett?
96 though. Lived a long
96.
time.
He had a good run.
Good run. Yeah, he was just born around the year that
No. I'm affected.
this one is really striking you here. You had 96 years of him, Jfig. It wasn't enough, huh?
No.
You didn't seem this bothered when Jerry Springer passed.
Well, there was some comic relief when that happened.
Yes.
Someone didn't
Wasn't
know who was who.
Jerry Springer was married to the chick from ABC, right? Chung.
I think you did this again though. I think you did this last time.
Oh, it's Maury.
Maury, dude. You can't keep confusing them, man. You did it again.
The other big time one was Sally Jesse Raphael with the red glasses. Y'all don't remember her?
Sally Jesse?
Raphael. I think that's
Oh, yes, I do remember her now that I Googled her.
Yeah. With the red frame glasses.
What about Ricky Lake? Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wasn't
Jenny Jones? Oh, remember that
Ricky
chick?
Lake was an actress, right? And then she got her show.
No clue. I just remember the show because
I remember, you know where I remember Ricky Lake?
What?
Ricky Lake was the sister of the guy in the King of Queens.
Not Paul Blart Mall Cop guy.
Yeah.
No way.
She
Ricky Lake
she
is-
was his sister in King
Oh,
of
in
Queens.
okay, I got you.
Right.
She was in King of Queens. I thought you
Yes.
meant related to Paul.
No. Yeah, no, right.
Which it's messed up. I keep calling him Paul
She
Blart.
was actually also in
Jake.
Hairspray.
In what?
Oh, hairspray.
Hairspray.
Wow, who knew? Look, I tell you what, when you want deep analytical sports coverage, you come to this show to learn about Ricky Lake. Jfig, are you excited for Messi's debut tonight?
Honestly, I'm a little tickled, but today is Barbie Day, so
Barbie.
Are you going to see it?
yeah.
Nice.
Really?
So it's funny because I'm normally the
Anti-Barbie girl.
exactly, yes.
Right.
But my
But
friends
you're a
get me
Harley,
really
you're a
hyped
Harley
up for
Quinn
it.
person, right?
I love her, so I have
But that's
to
what I'm
watch it.
right.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that you will see if you like an actor or actress, you will go see a movie that you might not normally go see because it's them.
Exactly.
But she's the totally opposite person that you've seen in any other movie.
Mhm.
So I don't know how that's going to play out when you're going to keep wanting to see Harley Quinn where the cheeks hanging out in a baseball bat.
Yeah, but I mean, look, Thursday sales.
And by the way, I saw pictures of Ken. He a little chunky.
Are
Of Ken?
Yeah.
Ken?
The Ken in the pull up Ken in the
Are you talking about Ryan
Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling?
he
He's
look a
not
little chunky in it.
Little chunky. He has a six pack.
He
What is
has a photoshopped six pack.
Whoa, is it Photoshop? Probably is, right? Damn it.
No, but I'm
Assuming
saying
it's what it
somebody
looks
in the
like.
I saw the preview, somebody in it was a little chunky.
Oh, maybe there's multiple Kens. The multiverse. It's the Barbie multiverse. I'm theorizing it already. The Barbieverse.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just excited.
Handsome. I don't know, man. This guy looks pretty shredded. I'm gonna.
I
put
want to
the-
see what they do.
I would
Yeah.
say this also. I know you going with some co-conspirators and y'all not going in there with good intentions.
Mhm.
Because I could tell by the way you start talking about this movie there might be some alcoholic beverages and you gonna enjoy it, not like a kid, but like some grown ass people go and see a Barbie movie.
Well,
that's not the guy I saw.
That's Ken.
Different guy. Yeah, I know that's Ken.
Because there's multiple Kens.
Is there?
Yes. Like there's multiple Barbies.
What's the plot of this movie?
I
Though?
have no idea.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What the
I
hell?
haven't done much research.
Gotcha.
Wait.
All right.
So I think by the time you get to that movie, you're not gonna care. Are y'all going?
You know
eat
what?
first?
I'm just really excited to see my friends today.
Oh, social.
And y'all getting together, and that's where y'all decided
love
to
seeing my
go.
friends.
Somebody probably in the chat said, "You know what? We ought to all get together and go see Barbie."
That was well, okay. I'm the one in the chat that said, "Can we meet up beforehand?"
Right there we go.
Yeah, that was me.
Other than that, if you're not watching Barbie,
You know what? Leon Messi. Wow.
yeah, good enough.
Yeah.
Messi, you can watch the Marlins today.
The Argentinians call him Lionel.
Argentinians.
Which is why it came out of my mouth as Leon.
But
Yeah.
but where I'm from, his name Lionel.
Richie.
So
No,
right,
sounds better in Spanish.
Lionel Richie. There's no white Lionels.
No, I guess you're right. Yeah. Because I was thinking, no, I know a Lionel, but no.
No, you don't.
No.
Now,
What about Leo?
conversely, here's gonna take you for a little bit of a loop.
Yeah.
There's a lot of white Leroys.
No.
Yes.
You know, before you,
Wait.
I only knew Leroy the dog.
Wow.
There was a dog that I followed
Wait,
on
no.
Instagram.
Wait,
That's it.
one of the greatest artists of our day.
Yeah.
Leroy Neiman. Remember, he used to do all the Super Bowl pictures and stuff, paintings and stuff live, or Pro Bowl paintings.
Yeah, I'm looking at that now. Wow, Leroy. No, but that's no. See, there's a difference because there's a capital R.
Well, that's
So just like LeBron, this guy's name isn't Leroy, it's
Leroy.
Leroy. Look, man, that's just the way he's.
Can I just tell you?
So.
I thought I got rid of the idiot for 24 hours.
What do you mean?
Nah, you got two idiots right
Come
here.
on, man. That's Leroy, dude. That is not Leroy. That boy
You
is
traded one and got two.
Yeah.
Leroy.
Hey, what are you doing? Well, actually, it's French.
Yeah.
Do you know what it means in French?
I do not. What does it mean?
The king.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. That's cool.
So LeBron ain't the king.
No, he's not. I wonder what LeBron means
You
in
are.
French.
Yes.
LeBron name meaning. Oh, LeBron means crybaby. Wow, that's crazy. That's a point.
Wait, you know what's funny? Is that I want to punch myself in the neck. You know why? I knew this is where it was going. Right? Why did I think?
Because it was disguised in Marcos. If it was Tobin, you would have caught it beforehand.
Yes. Wait,
Like,
here's the funny thing. He goes, let's see what's there. LeBron meaning. Oh,
Maybe.
got it. Like he even fake Googled.
For real, a brown-haired one. Isn't that stupid? That's what it says. LeBron means brown-haired one.
So it would be no LeBron.
Yeah, essentially.
He has no brown hair.
No hair. It is
No
actually
hair.
the worst name for LeBron is to give him anything hair related. So good luck with that.
That's terrible.
It's also French, though. You are correct. It is also indeed French. That le.
That starts with LE in the front.
Yeah.
Probably French.
What about Matt LeBlanc? LeBlanc.
It's French.
LeBlanc.
It's
Yeah,
French,
definitely
dummy.
French. All right. Well, look. No one's as cool as a Leroy. Except
Don't
for
do-
my boy.
I hate that.
Leroy.
Leroy
Roy.
Horde.
Like, stop it.
Has
Stop it.
anyone ever shortened your name just Roy? Anyone been like, hey Roy?
Yes. Because me and my
Why?
dad have the same name.
Huh.
So I had like one of my friends that I went to high school with. He's the only person that calls me Roy. They used to call me Lee to separate me from my dad.
Lee. Wow.
Yeah.
What about Le? Anyone ever went with Le? So, okay, I'll stop.
Why
-1.
why do you insist on pushing me to the verge of cussing?
I don't know.
Right?
I was scared of Tobin.
So what do you got to work this weekend?
Indeed, I will be. Tell you he's actually going to be my dead to me. So I'm going to save that for later on in the show.
Okay.
Because he essentially ruined my weekend. This famous celeb who used to date Kim Kardashian ruined my weekend. And I'll tell you more about that. We got more coming up. We got a mixed bag later on this hour as well. Keep it locked in here on the Tobin and Leroy show.
The time has come.
magazine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop.
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Tobin is out. Marco's filling in. Jfig, Leroy. Most of the family still together. So, you know, keeping things up to par with our normal silliness. Leroy, I need something out of you, my friend.
What's up?
Need a golf update. Would you be able to get me a golf?
Yes, I can.
Any changes in the leaderboard by any chance?
Well, let's see. Brian Harmon is at 10 under and he's done. He shot 6 under. Nobody's going to shoot that today. Tommy Fleetwood is just getting started. He's at 5 under.
That's my pick.
Tommy Fleetwood.
That's my pick.
Remember, I asked the English guy about Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah. Peter Pratt.
Antoine Rosner. He's 4 under.
Oh, Roz the boss.
Minwoo Lee. He's done. He's at 3 under. Which
that's a good day.
Sharma. Wait. Schumaker. Sharma.
Oof.
He's at 3 under and is also finished. Jordan Spieth was at 5 under. He is now 3 under through 12.
That means he was +2 today, right?
No, he was 3 under, and now he's 1 under. He started today at 2 under. Wyndham Clark, the U.S. Open winner, is at 2 under. Let's see if our guy, the amateur, had a little bounce back. Jordan. Matthew Jordan. Okay. Oh, he shot, he was only +1 for the day, so he kept it under par.
Okay.
Let me see, where's the other, hold on. Even. Stenson. Oh, no.
What?
Oh, the guy that was leading, the young kid from Georgia Tech, the South African.
Yes.
I am looking.
Oh, is he somewhere by Gooch?
Let's see where Gooch is.
He's at the cutoff line.
Gooch. Hold on. Oh boy. Gotta tell you.
Every time you say oh boy or it takes long for you to scroll down to it, I always know it's not good.
Let me see. But sometimes there's a lot of names, so
yeah.
Phil Mickelson's doing the trunk slam. John Daly's doing the trunk slam.
The hell is a trunk slam?
Play 2 days and then slam your trunk and go home.
Oh, okay.
Because you missed the cut. Here's a slight upset. Dustin Johnson, +13.
Wow, what the hell is he doing?
I don't know, but he ain't doing as bad as Jazz Jatanawan, Jwanatan Danan. He was at +22.
Joanna Man?
No. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I found, wait, no, that's not him.
Alrighty.
I can't find the kid that was leading the tournament.
Well, clearly he's not leading anymore.
No, because he was, here it is.
He's slamming his trunk somewhere.
No, wow. Christo Lamprick.
Yes.
He was 5 under.
He
is now 2 over, +7 on the day.
Huh.
He's going to make the cut, though. It seems like the cut is at 2 over.
That's garbage, actually.
Yep, because that's a lot of guys who are almost done.
A lot of participation trophies, if you ask me.
That's not participation. Dude, if you don't make the cut, you don't get a check.
Participation.
You don't get participation if you don't get a check.
But like 70 people make the cut.
Then that's where the money goes. It's 70 in ties.
So what, like 100 people end up making the cut?
Not always. It depends.
Everyone. If you show up, you make the cut. That's how I feel.
No, you don't.
Everyone just
Not
show
in
up.
the major. Dude, you wouldn't be able to play all the rounds of golf.
Well, your golf leaderboard is sponsored by Edwin Watts Golf Shops. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee, serving golfers around the country since 1968. Are you ready to mix it up, Leroy?
Dude, yes, I am.
Yes.
Can I just tell this story?
Of course.
So I ordered some clothes on I told you the
yes.
I ordered some clothes and they fit mini me.
Yeah.
And so I called, you can't call the company, you can only email them, which is already okay. So they go, we don't offer 100% refunds. I'm like, your clothes fit small children, right? This is not extra large, right? Now forget what they put me through, because I told them I want to return, the clothes don't fit. They said, can you please hold up the clothes next to you so we can. So I had to send a picture.
Yes.
But here's what I did. I put them on.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. They asked for evidence.
Who is this?
Right. Now, keep in mind, all the stuff didn't come.
Yeah.
I had to wait till the other stuff came. So then the other stuff came and they go, we don't give 100% refunds. You have to pay for shipping. Before we give you the address, we want to know, would you take 40% and just keep the clothes? Because it'll cost too much to return them.
Huh.
Right. So I would say, I said it really sucks because you guys put on there the fit was normal. Right?
Yeah. Normal for them though. You got to take into
again,
that region.
Don't know what that meant, but I just assumed. Right. So I took the 40%.
Yeah.
Because I went to see, like, I couldn't even go to I couldn't even go to the post office to check how much the shipping was because they wouldn't give me the address until I let them know what I wanted to do.
Yeah, but really though, Leroy, like you're dealing with a child who smokes cigarettes and probably works in a factory. Like this is the type of people that are making the clothes.
But again, so I would just be, when you see the fancy pictures online.
Yeah.
I don't like online shopping for that exact reason.
I don't either, but
gotta buy 4X. I've bought shirts as big as 4 to 5X. And
because they look small, right?
They are literally small, very.
But here's the thing. When you make that assumption that all clothes fit like that, then you get a drape. Right? Because somebody's clothes who fit right.
If you get European clothing, if you get North American clothing, you're gonna get a good fit. That Asian clothing
over here. No. Right. But wait. I'm gonna say this. All of your clothes making people out there talk about golf clothes, jeans,
Wrangler,
whatever. I'm gonna say this.
All right.
Have you ever walked the face of this earth? How many slim fit people are out there? Stop making slim fit clothes.
There's slim fit people, just not in America.
Like, it's crazy. Wait, the slim fit people count for what? 0.5%? Because I'm gonna tell you what.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. To my Latin brethren, right? Just because it look good on that mannequin, don't mean you got to stuff your fat ass in it. I go to the golf course all the time, and they want to dress like Ricky Fowler, so they get Ricky Fowler stuff, and they ain't built like Ricky Fowler. It's terrible. But they go ahead on and try to do it. They try to make it work.
They built like Ricky Ricardo.
Still too small.
Well, Leroy, you ready to mix it up when we come back?
I'm ready. Let's mix it up.
Let's do it. More Tobin and Leroy when we come back.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Leroy here with Jfig and myself, Frog Boy McGee, Marcos here. We're going to be mixing it up. Leroy,
what's up?
We talked about this earlier. It was one of the first topics we discussed today was NIL.
Yeah,
all the way back in hour 1. By the way, if you are interested in catching that, you can listen to our show anywhere, anytime. It's easy to do. Just download the Odyssey app and follow Tobin and Leroy. You'll be able to listen to us live on demand, hear great clips, and get the latest news on your favorite teams. While you're on the Odyssey app, make sure you use the rewind feature too. Tobin and Leroy all the time on the Odyssey app. Now, Lane Kiffin recently was at SEC Media Day, where our boy Zachary Krantz was. Brought the
Zachary Krantz.
Yeah, that's what we call him in the streets. He brought a Krantz Corner all the way to Nashville. Lane Kiffin was there, and he was being a whiny little baby. That's probably the best way of putting it, the most mature way of putting it. This is him saying the NIL is a disaster, and discusses how it affects college football.
So I'm going to address the portal NIL, what I kind of call a disaster that we're in. And so I know that question's going to come. It's just created a lot of issues, these roster changes. I'm not complaining about it because we take advantage, obviously, of free agency. But at the same time, I don't think that's really good for college football. These massive overhauls of rosters every year really is not in the best interest of college football. Paying the players for play to come to their school is where we're at. So there's kind of your State of the Union on the situation of what all coaches are dealing with around the country, and really a poor system that isn't getting better now is going to get worse with this, because again, now we just look at recruiting rankings and you're going to see that they usually are going to follow this donor base and what schools are going to decide to give the most money to the players. So it is what it is. We'll deal with it like we do with everything else, but somehow it's got to get fixed because there's no system around it.
Leroy, what do you think? Is he being a big baby, or does he have a point?
No, I don't think so, because keep in mind, he identified certain issues with it, while at the same time we're saying we're going to do what we got to do. But it's a mess. He's not one of those people that complained about it and complained about what other people are doing as far as the resources that they have that he may not have. That's what Nick Saban was doing.
Yeah.
So he's identified it as being a problem because, look, there's something to be said about the fight and the determination that you have to win a job on a football field. And sometimes, and so many of these kids think that they deserve something instead of earning it. And that's not going to change if you change venues.
Yeah.
You're not just going to go to another team and they're going to give you a job. You still got to earn it. It's one of the great things about sports is that eventually you're going to put the best players on the field, the court, whatever.
Yeah, no matter what.
But I think a lot of these kids are delusional in that they just assume they're one of the best kids. And a lot of times you could go to your coach and say, what do I need to do to play? Right? If your coach says nothing, that's a different situation. But if your coach says, this is what you need to do, this is what we expected you to do, and then you choose not to, it's not like those rules are going to change if you go somewhere else. So I do identify the issue as kids using NIL in the transfer portal like whiny little brats because they don't get what they want and they don't want to have to work for it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look, I appreciate the take that he took on it. He acknowledged it. He said that he takes advantage of it as well. So It's not
But it
something-
doesn't, just because he takes advantage of it doesn't mean that it's not a problem.
Yeah, but he addressed it that way, so I'll give him credit for that. Something a little bit more shocking, jarring, polarizing. Miles Sanders says that Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, is a future Hall of Famer.
I have a good feeling about these guys. These guys work, and that's the main thing I've noticed in OTAs. We got a very, very good young quarterback that's being mentored by a very, very, very good quarterback, future Hall of Famer Andy Dalton. That I have a lot of respect for it. And you got guys like Adam Thielen that's mentoring the receivers, and that's a great guy to take notes from. And we got a decent online that I love. Oh, I love the film. I love watching the film. And
Future Hall of Famer Andy Dalton. What do you think, Leroy? Does it have a ring to it?
If your kid ever says something like that, you will look over at him and say, "Bless your heart." Right? That's what I want to say to him.
Yeah.
Let me explain something to you.
Future Hall of Famer, dude.
There ain't no way in hell Andy Dalton is going to end up in the Hall of Fame.
The Red Rifle. You think he has the numbers? Let's look at his numbers.
I think his name will.
Red Rifle.
Coolest football names.
Yeah, I feel that. That's definitely something people will always remember. But his career stats, let's take a look at them. 38,000 yards passing. Not bad. 244 touchdowns. Not bad. 144 interceptions. So he has 100 more touchdowns than interceptions. With 62% completion percentage.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
That's a solid NFL quarterback.
That is.
It's not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it's 0 playoff wins for me, though. Don't forget that.
But it doesn't, I won't even go there because it's a team sport. I hate putting it on one guy.
Yeah.
We tend to do that. But his numbers are that of a seasoned veteran that's played a long time.
Who's another Hall of Fame quarterback I can look and compare numbers to?
Well, he's got better numbers than Joe Namath.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to say those old time guys, but it was a different era. He was definitely in a different era. So who closer to him? What about a Steve McNair? Is he a Hall of Famer?
Is Steve McNair a Hall of
yeah, 2020 Hall of Famer, Steve McNair.
Let's see numbers.
See what his stats are. I feel like that's a solid comparison. His career stats. Steve McNair in how many years of football?
9.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 1 second. I'll get that now. Man. Why is this being much more difficult than I need it to be? Okay, so he played 161 games.
That's 10 years.
Yeah, just about.
He probably played a little longer than that because he missed some time.
31,000 yards, which I believe Dalton had 38,000, so he already has more. 174 touchdowns. Dalton has 244, significantly more. Less interceptions, though, 119. Andy Dalton with 144.
Well, his touchdown to interception ratio is better. Andy Dalton's is.
Yeah, it has 100 more touchdowns than he has interceptions.
He appeared in a Super Bowl.
For sure. To me, Steve McNair is I see that. Hall of Famer, for sure. So for his stats to be comparable, I don't know, kind of a bit of an argument there.
But when you think Steve McNair,
yeah,
you think competed at the higher stage for a championship.
For sure.
You don't think that when you say Andy Dalton, forget what his numbers are. If I gave you those numbers and I gave you Steve McNair's numbers, you would say about Andy Dalton, looter in a riot.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, I know we don't
the numbers. I'm not a big fan of giving numbers context.
Yeah.
Because I believe numbers are numbers. But in this case, I mean, never won a playoff game. Steve McNair was always in the mix.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know how you go about that. Now, if you just look at the numbers, I mean, wow. That's crazy.
Andy Dalton has some good numbers, man.
Now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
This is a terrible question to ask.
All right.
But I'm gonna ask it.
Okay.
If Steve McNair were alive, would he be in the Hall of Fame? Because you look at you'd say yes.
I'd say yes because
so somebody calling Andy Dalton the Hall of Famer, is it that far off?
Man, it's like if now I'm thinking, and God forbid, obviously, if Andy Dalton passed, am I gonna be like, oh, he was a Hall of Famer? I still don't think I would, though. I still don't think I feel that way. I don't think it affects it in that situation. Sometimes it does. Sometimes
now what ruins it for you is when you go on that end of career tour, like Andy Dalton has.
Exactly.
Steve McNair never did that.
Cowboys, Bears, Saints. So he's been bouncing around season to season. But if you look at even those numbers, look, when he was on the Cowboys 2020, 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. When he was on the Saints last year, 18 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That's just never was anything that
he's you know what I call his stats?
Yeah.
Cal Ripken stats.
Consistent.
You play long enough, you're gonna get numbers.
Gotcha.
Right?
Well, Leroy, that was the mixed bag. Are you ready for the final hour of the show?
I am. Thanks for being an integral part of that segment there, Jfig. Appreciate it.
I've got a lot going on this side. I'm so sorry.
This is giving me newsletter vibes for sure.
Yes, that's exactly what's going on. I'm getting email.
Wait. My question is, why you get all sweaty every time you have to do like? Look, she's like,
because I got a whole station one right now, and then I have a whole company one right now.
Oh.
A whole market right now. Okay, and I got a deadline.
Queen of the newsletter, dude. We'll get back to more of that in the next hour. We have our headlines. Leroy, I wanted to talk to you about a few stories coming out of Washington. As you know, the sale of the Commanders was finalized yesterday. We have our favorite Friday game, Dead to Me. And I don't know if we're going to have time to play the Michael Beasley Tobin interview. We may save that for next week. So instead, we're going to do another round of Family Feud. Is that something that you guys are interested in? Family Feud?
Being that since I'm the best at it.
Okay.
Sure.
We got much more of that.
We'll make sure you are dethroned.
You can catch us right here. You can catch us on the Odyssey app. We'll be back with more Tobin and Leroy.
WQAM.
piense que la vida es desigual. Tiene que saber que no es así, que la vida es una hermosura.
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Final hour of the program starting right on time. 1:09. Any text from Galen? Anyone get a text from Galen? Anyone? Nothing, right? Good. Coast is clear. Then everyone, mind your business. We've been here since 1 o'clock. We've joined you all day to talk about today's biggest story. There's some sort of soccer game going on, I think. I'm not sure. Some sort of soccer game. Some guy is playing the footballs. If I'm not mistaken, something along the lines of Lionel Messi making his debut today in Fort Lauderdale.
We like to party.
Now, every time I look at ESPN, they have the same shot in front of Drive Pink Stadium.
I don't even know where that is.
Somewhere in Fort Lauderdale. I don't know where. Honestly, I have no clue. I've never been, and
I've seen it once while driving.
Exactly.
Like from the beach.
Hold on. Jfig, you don't venture up to these parts too much.
Exactly. That's why I've only seen it once.
Riptide.
And I was coming back from the beach.
Yeah. Well, that is the biggest story. The second biggest story in the city. Best damn game show. July 27th. Next week at the Miami Improv. If you guys are interested in Miami Improv.
I would like to go. Unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Kind of far, so I get it. You know.
It's far from Vegas.
Yeah. Just a little bit far. Hopefully you're having a better time anyway. And who needs a game show when you're in front of slots galore?
Nope. Don't do slots.
Yeah, I never understand a slot machine game anymore.
The old love slots.
I don't understand the game. In my opinion, you're supposed to get matching pictures, but before you know it, if you get like 2 lions over here and a deer, then they eat each other, and all of a sudden I win a lot of money. But if I get like 4 in the same thing because it was a fish instead of an elk, I lose. I just don't get the whole slot machine game, and I don't understand how other people do get the game. Unless they're all just faking it. You think everyone's just faking it, just pulling the thing?
Here, I have a rule. I'm not playing no game where I got to get a bucket of coins to go play.
That's fair. What about blackjack? Are you a blackjack guy?
Not really. Too fast. I ain't trying to look.
It's nerve-wracking too. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm trying to do a little bit of gambling, but have a good time. Right?
Yeah, solid.
So I play a game called Pai Gow Poker.
Pai Gow. I keep hearing about that.
It's a poker game. You get 7 cards. You put your best hand on the bottom, your second best hand up top. You have to win both to win. You have to lose both to lose. So there's a lot of pushes, and you can sit there and drink and play for a long time.
A lot of pushes, though. Not a lot of winning.
Or not a lot of losing. But I'm winning because I'm drinking.
Oh, because you get the free drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
so,
the hack.
Unlike Tobin.
So I sit down. I sit down with my boy. First, I got to get him from wherever he is buying $20 drinks.
Yeah.
Come on. Sit in the chair. I'll play 2 hands. We'll sit there for an hour or 2, and then we go walk around. Now, I'll tell you what. Something to be said about it being 98 degrees at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it's ridiculous kind of dry heat over there. But real quick, I want to quote Schmeeth and Schmolnick, who says Tobin plays Pai Gow Poker. Rough, dude. Even on his day off, you can't escape.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Let's get you some headlines here. These headlines are brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
The Washington Commanders. Have you heard of that team before?
They've been sold for $6 billion.
Indeed. The sale is official.
On his way out.
Yes.
What's his name?
Snyder.
Dan Snyder got like $60 million because
$60 million fine.
he was hiding some of his shared revenues.
Yeah, I like that though. I like a $60 million fine is like, all right, that's a hefty fine.
Wait, no, dude.
Yeah.
Let's put it in perspective.
Yep.
That's 1% of the sale.
I know, but like, look, they're rich already. There's nothing you can do to these billionaires. A little $60 million thing, you know, it's not a lot, but it's like, all right, we did something, I guess.
Right.
Did you hear that Magic Johnson says everything is on the table to change, including like a potential name change, colors, stuff like that?
For who?
For the Washington Commanders.
Oh, because he's part of that.
Yeah, he's part of the ownership group. So he says, we're going to spend
it's really hard to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, the league.
We saw it.
Huh?
We saw them. Remember, they did the Washington transition to the football team, to the Commanders. And then,
well, that's when they were deciding. Remember, they were gonna make it something else, and they had to, or was that the Indians or the old Indians?
That was the old Indians who ended up, I don't know, like a roller skating team or something.
Right,
like that.
exactly.
Yeah, but the Washington team, they may just completely switch it up altogether. Is that something?
I tell you what, I was okay with Washington Football Club.
Me too, actually.
But here's the problem. Even when they do it in soccer, they still have a mascot.
Huh.
So that portion of it, you would still have to fix.
Yeah.
So
yeah, what would the football team logo be? Like I get that. Just like a guy in a uniform.
You would still, because, I mean, what is it? The Miami Herons?
Yeah.
Nobody calls them that, but that's
we
what
even
their
say
mascot
the
is.
Before we say the Herons.
Right. Exactly. So they all have a mascot. That's the problem. The problem wasn't how you named the team. It was your mascot that people had a problem with.
Just feel like you're changing. You just changed. You just settled on Commanders.
Here's what I think. I think everybody wants to think of Dan Snyder off of that organization.
And I think you can do that with keeping Commanders because it's still fairly new. This is what, in my opinion, what you do is you change the uniform, change the colors. Go instead from
no,
you got to, bro.
You can't change the colors.
Why not?
Because that wine and gold is a Washington staple. Like all the team, regardless of what you do to a team, you know what the primary colors are. I didn't like when teams switched and went to darker versions. So I didn't like when the Patriots got rid of the got rid of that baby blue or the royal blue.
Royal blue and went to like
went to dark blue. I didn't like when the Rams did it. I didn't like when the Chargers did it. Them baby blues are a staple of the NFL.
Okay, but hear me out. Look, and not to quote Tobin with the "hear me out."
Wow.
Burgundy and khaki or whatever, tan, whatever you want to call it. Wine. Whatever.
Literally said the.
There's blood on. You know what it is? It's blood. It's dried up blood on their hands. Dan Snyder's blood, or would you prefer?
Listen,
camo. Imagine a camo uniform for the Commanders.
No,
come on.
Here's the problem, though. You can change a lot of things with a team.
Yeah.
Even when a team moves, the colors don't change.
But Dan Snyder, though, he's tainted the product.
No, he hasn't.
First of all,
here, you know what they're gonna put on the doors when these guys come in to take over?
Yeah,
under new management.
Yeah, but look,
when you go to a little corner store or something,
yep,
they think that under new management means that they got different products.
No, it's the same thing. But don't you feel that way? Don't you feel like you're being lied to if you go and it looks exactly the same?
No.
At least lie to me.
No.
Get a new neon sign in the window.
No, because here
matching t-shirt.
In the next year or two, depending on how they do things with the new ownership, you'll be able to tell if it's different. They won't have to put under new management. You'll go, like, guess what? When Stephen Ross took over the Dolphins,
yeah,
you knew it was under new ownership based on the amount of money that was spent on the Dolphins, their facilities, the stadium, right?
Yeah.
So,
but there's no
secret there.
There's no scandal there, though. There's no scandal associated with.
Dude, in the last I want to say 10 years,
Yep.
Has there been more scandal than down here?
That's fake scandal though.
Fake
like,
scandal. You got Bullygate. Okay.
He's a baby.
You got what did Nick Saban walking over a guy that was passed out on the ground.
Nick Saban's the devil.
Right? You got turn these thumbs upside down.
I see that's
Cam
not
Cameron.
a scandal. He just sucks.
Let's not count the guy who everybody thought was the offensive coordinator for Aaron Rodgers, and he wasn't.
Adam Gase, again, another case of not a scandal, just stupid. Now, Chris Forrester.
Chris Forrester. What about the situation with the coach and tanking?
Yeah, okay. But then this is all like rule bending. Rule bending is slap on the wrist. This guy, sexual harassment, hiding money, like his is like, and then the offensive team name. There's just so many like
irreversible. He inherited that, so don't put that on him.
Yeah, okay, it's not his fault for sure, but it still is a smudge on the record of that, of that organization.
No, put it
time
this way.
for a rebrand.
You can put whatever twist you want on the Washington Commanders. Okay, the stain on that franchise is Daniel Snyder.
Yeah.
So whatever you decide to put, but there it is. He is no longer there.
Yeah.
All I would say to the new ownership is be better.
Yeah.
If they come in and do some of the same stuff, then like Daniel Snyder once said, I got papers on all y'all. Right?
Was that Snyder or was that Denzel Washington? I'm not sure.
No, I'll put papers on. Oh, it was on TV the other day.
What's it, training day?
Right, and look, in true fashion for that movie.
Yes.
Pretty lady drive up next to him. He looking over there like the crooked cop he is, without realizing that all the people was coming around him with machine guns to light him up.
Mm-hmm. Distracted Denzel.
Yeah.
Too handsome. That's his curse. Jfig, how's the newsletter coming along?
Not well.
Why she gave you the look of like pure disgust?
She looked like she got called on in class and she has no idea what page we're on.
What book did we just read?
What are you talking about?
You're talking about the Washington Commanders, guys. I'm listening.
Yeah. When we come back, we have our favorite Friday game. You're dead to me.
You're dead to me.
After that, final round of trivia for all the marbles. Why did that sound scary? All right, let's get out of here. We'll be back. More Tobin and Leroy coming right up.
WQA.
Welcome back to the Tobin Leroy Show. Time now for our favorite Friday game. You're dead to me.
You're dead to me.
You're dead to me.
Go around the room, determine who or what is dead to me. And apparently this segment is dead to Leroy, who has not returned from whatever he was doing.
How's the weather over there?
That is a good question. I don't mind giving you a weather report. Sponsored by Demesman and Dover Law Firm. Said that correctly, right? YourAccidentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7 at 866-954 more. Heading over to the Windowplex. Looks relatively clear over here. I'm going to say partly cloudy, about 91 degrees. You know, it's South Florida. That's definitely going to change. How was it by you?
Pouring.
Wow.
It's very dark outside, which is why it's super dark in here.
Yikes. That is not good. It's
it's thundering a lot, and there's lightning and everything. I don't know how you don't have that over there.
Yeah, right now I have partly cloudy. But no precipitation. 92 degrees, 10 miles per hour. So I don't know, standard solid Friday weather for me. I'm sorry. Hopefully you can kind of bring some of those. Would you rather have like the excessive heat that's been going on though, or would you rather have the thunderstorm stuff?
The excessive heat.
Yeah. That's
because you can't really do anything when it's pouring outside.
I agree. It's like everything gets wet, muddy. I have a lot of construction by my crib too, so it's
the
like
flooding.
It's
the
all the
people that don't know how to drive in the rain.
Yeah, guilty.
It's just a bunch of stuff. Oh, that's you.
Yeah. Welcome, Leroy.
What's up?
All right.
What we got?
You're dead to me. Would you like me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
All righty. You asked me earlier in the show what I was doing this weekend, and what I'm doing this weekend is something that I've done hundreds of weekends before, and probably another couple hundred weekends ahead of me, working at the Miami Improv. But why is that scenario different than any other scenario to the point that it's dead to me? This specific celebrity, comedian, former Kardashian,
Peter Davidson.
Peter Davidson. Call him by his full name. I appreciate that, Leroy. By the old government. Peter Davidson.
Yeah, only black folks say that, by the way.
Well, look.
Call me by my government name.
Really? Pete Davidson, dude. He was supposed to perform at the Miami Improv this weekend, right? So I was scheduled to work his shows. It would be a solid amount of money for those shows, probably about 5 to 6 shows that he put on, sold out. So it'd be a good opportunity to make some money. Then Pete Davidson goes through whatever Pete Davidson goes through and decides, hey, can't do it, actually. I'm going to go to rehab.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't he in rehab?
Yeah, great. Love it. You know, take this opportunity to get better and work on yourself. Cool. Then Pete Davidson gets out of rehab, right? And says, hey, I want to do a little bit of comedy. So then the improvs, being the accommodating people that they are, attempt to remedy the situation and, you know, accommodate for him, scheduling him on Sunday in Miami and actually telling the headliner in Dania Beach, who had 2 shows scheduled for today, hey, we're going to take off one of your shows because we're going to put Pete Davidson there. And him saying, fine, you know, that's a violation of our contract, but not a problem. Only to find out that Mr. Davidson only wants to do 20 minutes of stage time, which, as you know, imagine paying for a ticket. And Pete Davidson goes up there, does 20 minutes, and then says, all right, I'm out of here. So the Miami
Wait.
Improv.
Before, hold on. I'm going to say this.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't Pete Davidson's fault. Pete Davidson is doing Pete Davidson stuff.
That's fair.
This is the Improv's fault for not being clear on what was going to happen before you change your whole schedule and move comedians around.
Mm-hmm.
Because
you know what?
This happened after the fact. They go, oh, I'm only doing 20 minutes. Oh, no. You should have known that before you change stuff around, because if he tried to come all the way down here for just 20 minutes, you would have told his ass to kick rocks.
Exactly. Which
so
valid point
I think you got so excited about Pete Davidson still coming.
Yeah.
You did not clarify. You thought he was just doing his normal show. You should have been clear. So we're going to get an hour. So we're going to get.
Look, you had a valid point there for them. The reason why he's dead to me specifically is because now he's messing with my money.
Oh,
yeah. He got the comedian Jason Banks, who's performing tonight at the Dania Beach Improv, to remove one of his shows for tonight. But following that, hey, Jason Banks made other plans. So now that Pete Davidson is no longer there, Jason Banks is not scheduling a second show for tonight, meaning he only has one show tonight as opposed to the regularly scheduled 2 shows every Friday night. There hasn't been one show on a Friday night since this place opened over 2 years ago, which now means that he costed me at least $150 because he decided, I only want to do 20 minutes. So that's just for tonight. Who knows what he costed me for the weekend? But Pete Davidson, if you're listening to 560 WQAM, which I know you will probably not be, just like to let you know, Pete Davidson.
I gotta tell you, it fits society.
Yep.
Right? Everybody wants top dollar, but don't want to give you a top job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Like, and there's something to be said about, there's only a handful of people you have in your life that you know you can depend on that are accountable. Right? Friends. Leave all those other knuckleheads alone. And if you don't trust them, then you need to clarify beforehand, like the improv should have did. I know you got excited about having Pete Davidson. I get that.
Excited about the name.
Right.
He lied.
But you still, before you start moving stuff around, because now you can't go back to other guys and say, hey, you mind doing 2 shows again?
Yeah, he's not buying it. He's already convinced himself he only needs to do 1.
Right. Exactly.
And I don't blame him.
But before all the details were in place, you already made these moves.
Yeah. So did Pete Davidson know he was going to be affecting my life when he made these selfish decisions?
I don't think he cared.
I don't think he cared enough.
Because a lot of times that's all about Pete Davidson. Why the hell you think you got to go get rotisserie chickens for folks? They ain't caring about who gets the chickens. They just know they can demand what they want.
I tell you who's getting whose rider all of a sudden got very, very long. Jason Banks. He said, "Oh, you're gonna take away one of my shows? Let me get steamed vegetables from Whole Foods, please."
Why? My thing is this: when you go out and you go into a comedy club or dancing or whatever, right? You're gonna have a couple of drinks. You can't go in there on a full stomach.
Yeah,
it's not gonna end well.
Yeah,
especially green beans. That's way too healthy for the debauchery you about to have that night, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. You want to see how 2 people act around a buffet? Go watch how fast me and Tobin avoid the vegetables section.
I would like to see it again. We have an opportunity this upcoming week, hopefully, to hit another buffet.
You know what? I think we go to the buffet.
Yeah.
Because it's quick. But it's not like, all right, it's nothing great. It's just, Tobin gets around all that food and he want to try a little bit of everything. Let me tell you something. It should be on TikTok. Somebody should be recording the way my man looks at food, get that twinkle in his eye, and tries everything.
I got you.
Got to get that on social media, man.
Yeah.
Leroy, who's dead to you, sir?
So, I've talked about the backup drivers and the parking lot situation when people decide to park that way.
Yep.
But there's new culprits.
Oh, wow.
In the parking game. And that is the people who think it's okay to pull in front of the door at Publix to pick up their boo. Right?
It's extreme.
Because I feel like this is what you constantly go to.
It's raining. And I came out one time with my shopping cart to hurry up and run to my car, and somebody pulled right in front of there and blocked me. And I couldn't get, so I was stuck in the rain. So I was mad as hell. Right? I'm like, what are you doing? I just think, in general, I think this is where I'm going with this. Can we be a little more considerate towards one another? Help your fellow man out. At least acknowledge the fact that, hey, I can't block the opening to the store. There's people coming in and out of here. And it's raining for them too. I'm sitting in my car. They're not. Let me pull up a little bit. You're still going to be in the same spot, close, where you shouldn't be parking anyway. But I'm at least have a little courtesy towards others. Right?
What about little Abuelita? Need to pick her up.
Okay, pick her up a little bit further so other people can get out. Oh my goodness. I almost lost my mind the other day. Because I was going into a store and an old man was coming through. I hold the door for him. He walked on through like he was God's gift to earth, like I was his doorman. So I went at him.
You went at an old man?
Yeah, I don't care who it is. I say, I'm not required to hold the door for you. Those days are gone. You could at least say thank you.
Wow. What was his response?
He just kept walking. Like I was there to serve him.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Come on, man. Let's be nicer to one another.
Please,
a little more considerate to one another.
You're dead to me.
Jfig, who's dead to you?
Well, inconsiderate people as well.
Oh, wow.
So have you noticed how there's a strike going on for actors?
Yes.
Well, in
writers.
In recent news, Kimiko Glenn, who is an actress on Orange is the New Black.
That's still a thing?
I guess. I've never watched it, but she
Fair.
revealed that the actors on that show had to get second jobs because they couldn't afford to even live. And
the actors on Orange is the New Black?
Yes, and notice there was like, what, 7 seasons or something?
Yeah, that's one of the most popular shows ever.
Exactly. It gave Netflix a lot of fame.
Right.
And yet these girls were earning less than $27 in residual payments.
Wow.
Per show.
You're dead to me.
Per episode or for the entire show. I don't even know. It's just
Look,
a bunch
who
of
cares?
confusing. Yeah.
Not enough.
It's just not enough. And they had to get second jobs where they were even bartending and waiting tables and stuff like that.
Damn, dude.
To one of the biggest shows on Netflix.
To one of the biggest shows
So
on Netflix.
here's the funny thing about that. The girl from that 70s show was on.
Yes.
Correct. And you would think that they would pay them way.
Well, I would think that she got paid a little bit more because she had a little cash.
Well, they didn't reveal the how much she would get paid per episode, but you know that actors get paid quite a lot per episode. Like, let's say the cast of Friends,
$1 million
per
episode.
Exactly, they demanded $1 million per episode. These girls got less than $15,000 per episode. I know for a regular person, I wouldn't complain about that.
No, but you only do. Think about this. You work a lot of long
and you're
hours.
doing 13 episodes. You're doing long
So
hours.
13 episodes. You're making $150,000 for hours and hours and hours of, and it wouldn't be so bad if they were getting like $4 or $5 grand for the residuals, which is what makes all those people really rich.
Yeah.
It's not the actual show, but when it goes into syndication.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Hollywood.
And it's an even worse look too that this show was mainly women.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Is it over or is it still going on?
I'm not sure.
That strike is still going on though.
The
So
strike
I think,
definitely is still active.
being held up.
One of the things that I truly admire about Chadwick Boseman, the movie that he did after Black Panther, he was getting paid a lot of money to make a movie. The co-star, the girl he was doing it with, wasn't getting enough money. He took some of his money and gave it to her so they were equal.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do that.
And she had a huge part in it as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
not like she was just some side
And not like
character.
she was just, he goes, no, she was my co-star. So she should be getting paid accordingly. So he gave up some of her money to do that. Now we've had people on. Who was it? When they asked her, "You going to give up some of your money?" They said, "Oh no," right? But I do think that some of these movies that we see, even though there's male stars, the women in the show sometimes make these shows or make these movies, and they should be rewarded as such because you only go see, like, for example, Will Smith was in Suicide Squad.
Yep.
But the only thing everybody remembers is Margot Robbie.
Yeah, and also how bad that Joker was.
Oh, you didn't like him?
Worst, dude. The worst. I will never acknowledge him as Joker. That is not my Joker.
Really? With Jack Nicholson, the best one?
Oh, Heath Ledger.
Oh, love.
Why so serious?
But you know what? Here's the funny thing about that. Batman is the only movie with a superhero that the bad guy was more famous than the Batman.
Yeah. Just he has so much character, you know? No, there's no character like him in any other, it's not like he has crazy superpowers. He's just crazy.
Crazy. Crazy.
Well, that was Your Dead to Me. We will wrap up this week's shows with one speed round of Family Feud for all the marbles here on the Tobin and Leroy Show.
The results are in. Weekday afternoon, the #1 sports adjacent show in North America.
back at it again. Tobin and Leroy show. We got a super quick segment here before Hockman and Crowder take over.
Feud guy.
What happened?
Who's the OG Family Feud guy?
In my opinion, who is the OG Family?
No, who's the first one to do it? Not who was.
No, you got to think who. In my opinion, because I don't know who was before Bob Barker, but
Bob Barker
didn't do. Who you remember?
Bob Barker didn't do.
I know he did. Price is Right, but
Price
I'm saying
Right.
there's always a host. Like for example, Steve Harvey. I don't think Steve Harvey necessarily, although I know there's a lot of people who will associate Steve Harvey with.
Right.
Price is Right. I mean, with Family Feud. Who
is it Richard?
Richard Gere? Am I making things up?
No, dude.
Gere, huh?
He's an actor.
Richard Milley. Richard Nixon. Branson. Okay. Family Feud. You guys ready?
Stop.
Yeah. Face off. We surveyed the top 100 people who listen to this show. What are the top 3 recurring bits that we no longer do?
What do you mean bits?
That's a good question. Games, essentially, I guess you'd say. Recurring game staple segments.
Wow, you always lie.
All right, let's see. Let's go. And
Richard Dawson.
Why you always lying is the number 2 answer. Leroy, you have an opportunity to steal. Do you know the number 1 answer? Top recurring bits that we no longer play.
I'm honest.
I don't know.
If I'm honest.
Oh, that's it.
Ding, 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 ding,
Jfig wins. Last one, quick, double the money. Price is Right, or whatever. You know what I'm freaking talking about. The final one. Top friends of the show. We surveyed 100 people. Top friends of the show. Let's go. Buzz in. Leroy.
Kristaps.
Oh, Christos Saltos. That is the number 3 answer. Jfig, do you have a number 1?
Okay, wow.
Top
Burns. Gilbert Burns.
Gilbert Burns, the number 1 answer. Do you guys know the number 2 answer? David Dwork.
Oh yeah.
What about Peter Pratt?
Peter Pratt. Yeah, but you know
no,
what?
but he's not on as much as David Dwork.
Well,
but in fairness to Peter,
your friend,
right?
Yeah.
Great friend of the show, but we've only had David Dwork on because of the extended season of the Panthers.
True.
You guys are lashing out.
What about King Calderon?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a friend.
That is a friend of the show. But Gilbert Burns.
He's been a friend for a long time. Think about this. We used to interview him when he was like 18.
Yeah, when he was Prince Calderon. All right, -1 on the way out.
What the hell are you doing, Marcos?
All right, that was our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. Your boy drove us, and looks like we made it to our destination.
Good too. Congrats. I'm so proud of you. You go, boy.
Look at us. Look at us. Tobin should be back from his vacation on Monday. Everyone
Only
back
to get ready for another one.
Vacation, baby. Hopefully cross country Vegas. Everyone enjoy your weekend. Go Messi, go Marlins. Go somewhere with air condition.
And be safe.
The Tobin Leroy show. Be safe, everyone. Love.
Breaking news from AM 560.